Welcome, travelers from beyond the realms, and welcome to ForcedGamersDnD, where me and a bunch of friends we play Dungeons and Dragons. As you all may know, we named ourselves during Corona period in support of our local game store, the Game Force in Eindhoven, the Netherlands, um, to support them in harsh times, and of course we still do. By playing D&D on Thursday night, for example. And next Thursday, which is July 14th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. I can do math. Um, Emily will be one of the DMs that evening. She still has a few spots at her table left.
One
Uh,
spot.
one spot.
Ooh.
So if you're out there and you want to join us for some Dungeons and Dragons fun live, um, make sure to check out our socials, where you can find the links to the reservations. If you reserve a spot at the table, you can reserve a spot at the table of your DM of choosing. We do allow walk-ins, but it's not a guaranteed spot at the DM of your choosing, unfortunately. Next Saturday, which is the 16th, we will have the Magic the Gathering Store Championship with some amazing Magic the Gathering promos, Archmage's Charm and Dark Confident for whoever is going top 8 or finishes in first place. Format is Pioneer, so if you play Magic, come join us as well. I'll be playing that Saturday, so you can come play Magic with me. Um, as you can all
Only I play
see,
Magic.
unfortunately, Roald is not here. We have to miss Akira for the evening. His computer died. So that's unfortunate. So hopefully that is going to be all the technical difficulties we'll have tonight.
Knock on wood.
I have a very big wooden table I'm knocking on right now.
Okay.
So
Good that you added it was a table.
yeah, it has to be wood,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
My last name is on Hout, which translates to
Oh.
wood. So yeah, I'm the luckiest person alive as long as you knock me. Please don't.
Good to know. Get my
Knock him
friendship.
out! Knock him out, kids! Knock him out!
Let me come over there and give you a.
Just beating.
Deck
Yeah.
me on the face.
Yep.
Think you
All
want to
right.
spanking.
Without further ado, let's jump into tonight's episode with a recap. So, little group of adventurers, after exploring Hennessy's the Dreamer's ancient dragon lair, finding some stuff, some puzzle pieces about what's up with the Emerald Dragon Egg. And they found some other things as well, something to do with Unfated, Sins of the Father. They found a creepy doll which did not like to be touched, which seemed to be some sort of icon of death, according to Cork. They met another group of people who tried to stop them getting back to the city in time, because they massacred the entire crew of the House of Scorpions that was working there, and they would try to frame our little group of adventurers. They did not succeed, though. They got their ass kicked. They got dragged back to the city, at least two of them, George and Coyle. And Liza, who animated a corpse for questioning, well, let's say the questioning didn't go quite in their favor. They got arrested and the party was set free. However, they had to pay off a slight debt to the House of Scorpions anyway, because they did kill one of the crew members. I
That was a
mean,
big word.
he was
Kill's
gutted by
a
the
big
betrayal.
word, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I split him in half with my axe.
He was unalived.
Yes.
Yes.
He was very, very unalived.
So before they went to the House of Scorpions, Cork went into the reversed Obsidian Tower to have a nice little chat, giving his giving his services to, and the party services in a sense, to the High Exarch of the tower,
Without
great priest.
the party knowing.
Without the party knowing. After which, the next day, they set out in a quest on behalf of the House of Scorpions to an ancient tomb, which apparently Dimitrov already had lost 2 teams of explorers in. Found a tomb, got in,
Found half of the team.
found half of the team that went in there. They looked lacerated. They solved a little Ridley puzzle, opening a door, after which a couple of sand defilers rushed in, attacked them. They had a scuffle, which the general unfortunately did not make. And that is where we left off. So, Zilmoira,
Yeah.
if you could open the map, please.
Yes, I could. There.
Because we just finished the fight and the door's open.
Yes, you
Moment.
just finished the fight. The door on your left has opened, so I'm going to reveal.
Reveal your secrets. Ooh.
So, as you look up the stairs, you see what looks to be some kind of throne room. Towards the back wall, there is a large platinum and gold encrusted chair. And along the walls, you see a couple of sarcophagi that have opened and
Oh,
are
no.
completely empty.
Oh, good.
That's probably what the
Um,
things came from.
That is most likely, you can think, where the defilers came from. On the left and the right side of the throne, there are 2 braziers with like coiled up snakes in them, made of stone. Currently unlit. And the entire room just looks very fancy, and the beams of light that shone on the door, that opened the door, now shine in some kind of like trifecta above the throne, which holds a symbol. Can anyone make a religion check for me?
Sure.
Religion.
That one. That one.
Oh, wow, okay.
That one.
18.
Religion.
I don't really
Christian,
care.
so I don't,
5.
I don't know if it cares, but I had an 18 and plus 1.
Nice.
All right. With a 5, you're not really sure what symbol this is. For a 18, the trifecta of light makes 3 points, and around it is a circle with a diagonal line through it from upper left to lower right. And there is a small bead that is kind of shaped like a droplet that is like hanging from the. I'm gonna draw it for you. That's
I was
easier.
just about to say. I'm gonna move away from the map so that people can.
You can
see
draw
as well.
in Albert, if that's, and the viewers can see it as well.
I went back to stream.
Oh,
No picking your nose.
All
This is
right.
bullying.
Drop in
Let's
the
see.
middle and a triangle of dots and a circle with a line through it. Okay.
Yes. So with an 18, you know that it is. It's not perfectly a resemblance, but it has a lot of commonality with what is the current religious symbol of a deity known as the Stranger, which you know is the god of deceit, trickery, and poisons.
The seat.
oh. I'll relay this to the group.
That
Like,
sound
that symbol above the throne, it has a strong resemblance to the deity the Stranger, from like associated with trickery and deceit and poison and.
right. Was the temple that the little girl was around in the city not the temple of the stranger? if I remember
Temple with a
correctly.
little girl.
The temple in the city with a little. No, that was a temple to the sailor. You're talking about in Fort Castra, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, that was
sailor.
that was
yeah.
a sailor.
Sailor Stranger. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I check for traps like right after the door? In the
Make an investigation check.
12.
With a 12, you don't find any traps in this room.
would would Cork have enough time to resurrect the general,
Um,
spending one spell slot?
you
I
could
that's a minute,
definitely do
yeah.
that. I mean, you got pretty beaten up so far. It's quite calm in here, so you could take a short rest if you wish to.
No,
Is any of the sarcophagus open, or are they all
All
open?
all four of them are open.
So we see that there's something behind here.
Yeah. The resurrecting of the general only takes 1 minute.
Or is it behind this certificate?
You see that behind the if you walk in, the one on the left is open, and behind it you see a hallway. Yes.
Okay, I walk in.
Yeah, me too.
Walk inside.
Oh God, no.
What?
Yeah, you say it in a way like, okay, let me look up what terrible thing will happen to you.
No, I was revealing the darkness behind it.
Behind it. Oh,
I was
there.
just going to Owlbear and revealing the darkness.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
believe
what?
you, fam.
Oh,
I just don't believe you.
Bottom room. Okay.
What you see is a treasury room with a couple of chests, and at the end of it, you see a pillar with a bust atop of it, made out of solid gold.
Ooh.
And the bust looks like a man, quite a young age, a little bit crooked eyes, short bust hair, crooked nose, almost bird-like, and a very sharp chin.
Do I recognize this deity or person?
Make a history check.
Okay. Oh, history.
Or religion, your choice.
Let's do history, because that's better.
Is there anything left in the open sarcophaguses?
Yeah.
Sarcophagi? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's sarcophagi.
Yeah.
Yeah, sarcophagi.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
12. You do not recognize the figure, no.
Okay.
But is there anything left in them, or are they totally empty?
Roll an investigation check.
Ooh. 15.
15. Among the sarcophagi, there isn't a lot in them. It's not like they've been looted, but they look to be of minor figures. And why they are in the throne room, you're not entirely sure. But the sarcophagi aren't really that ornate or anything.
Why would minor figures be in the thingy-majig?
Servants, maybe?
Guards.
But you find a total of 22 gold pieces.
Who, me?
Wow, very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
And besides the solid gold bust in the treasure room, there are also a couple of chests.
Okay. Do I see anything weird about these chests? Like, does one stand out more from the others? Or is there something that makes one of the chests looks weird?
Make a perception or investigation check.
Okay, that's decent.
I'll wait at the door to see if anything goes wrong.
18.
18.
With an investigation.
With investigation, all right. As you're looking closely around, none of the chests really stand out. But all of them seem to be. There's like a hole in like the bottom right of all of them, and there's a string running from them along the wall to the ceiling.
Okay.
And as you look up, you see that in the ceiling there is a very there are 4 holes where the ropes go into,
Mm-hmm.
and the ceiling itself, there is this groove about 20 by 10 feet along the entire ceiling.
Okay.
These chests definitely seem trapped.
Okay.
Can I try to disarm the traps? Is there a way to like screw up the trap?
Yeah, but so the ropes go into the ceiling, and there's
Yes.
like a groove in the ceiling.
Can
What?
is the
Where
rope
does the
slack?
where does the thing go? So would it be like this?
Goes straight up.
Like the slit in the ceiling on the map? Does it go
The
like that?
slit in the ceiling is. Let me.
I drew
grab
it
a
in yellow, but
brush.
draw in another color if you please.
It's about.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
square. Yeah.
Ah,
It's a
okay.
square.
So could I stand outside of this square and open one of the chests?
Hold on. Is the rope slack or is it like
It's
taut?
taut.
Okay.
It's taut.
Okay.
So I will stand to the side and I will try to open one of the chests. So if something falls out of the ceiling, I'm not in it.
All right. So you stand to the side of the one chest. You jiggle it, and it is locked.
Ah.
I'll try to unlock it.
Okay, I'll step to the side.
Roll a thieves' tools check for me.
What
Well,
is it again? Sleight of hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's dexterity plus proficiency bonus if you're proficient.
Okay, so a dex check plus proficiency, so that's
Yeah.
plus 8. Okay. Plus 3, that is 20, 21? 21, yes.
All right, 21. Very carefully, you're jiggling the lock, and at one point you find that a tumbler that you hit, you see the rope quivering slightly. You pull your pins back, try another tumbler, and the chest opens
Yay!
Without setting the trap off.
without setting the trap off.
Oh,
Right.
feck. You should have
You-
set it off so then the trap's down and we can just open the other ones.
Sorry. Is there something in the chest?
The chest is to the brim filled with coin.
Yay!
Money!
Okay, do you want to set up... Okay, let's take all the gold out of this one first, and
Yep.
then set off the trap?
Yep.
What if we can't reach the chest anymore after we set up the trap? What if, like, the whole ceiling collapses?
Ah, fair.
I can try to unlock another one.
Yeah, you can try the one on the bottom here. That's the
Right,
easiest
I'll-
to get away from.
Yeah,
So
I'll
I'll-
try to...
Hakan and Kork, do you
Yeah?
have like a big bag or something to put a lot of
A
coin
big bag
in?
of what?
I don't know, to put some coin
I think
in.
I do.
Are the chests stuck to the ground?
They are. They are like bolted with a steel frame into the ground. Yes.
Okay, you
I
can
mean, how big is like the standard thing? The
unlock the second one.
I mean, we have carts.
Right. Roll another thieves' tools check.
So that's dex check plus proficiency, which
Plus
is
8.
3. It's 17? Yes,
17. All right. From the previous chest, you kinda are familiar with how things within the lock should supposed to be, and you're counting like tumblers, and you're pretty sure you got the right one. And you start jiggling, and you hear, and the rope snaps.
Jump out of the way.
You make a dexterity saving throw.
I hear that and
24.
I was about to say I pull him away, but never mind.
I have like plus 10 on my dex save.
I know, but still, I would want
20,
to help.
24.
All right. That's pretty good, actually.
Monks are the best thieves. They can
yeah.
just jump out of the way.
So the part of the roof that is on the bottom side, basically, of the two sides, the rope snaps, slits into the ceiling, and you see the roof cracking. And the moment you see it crack, you quickly jump out of the way as half of the roof collapses down,
I knew it.
basically burrowing these two chests in rubble.
Ah.
Oh, there's still one left.
Is the top half, from our perspective, still like the ceiling still there?
It is, and it's almost like a completely clean cut along it.
Mm.
You can now see into the ceiling, and you see like these ropes hanging to like a hammer mechanism that when the moment the rope snaps, it smashes something down into the rock and crumbles it.
Okay.
Hmm.
If the general's fixed, he can probably get the rocks to the side to
Yeah.
get to the money.
Probably.
I mean, the chests are probably open now.
True. Also, while this is going on, I want to cast create bonfire to light the two braziers.
It's bonfire, not bonfire, Cork. So why do you have the spell?
Bonfire. Yeah.
It's a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was funny.
Oh.
1d4 brick damage.
Ow.
A D4, it's a D6.
D6.
Yeah, but it's a smaller brick this time.
You
Just-
cast
We have to
bonfire.
reduce spend. We have to reduce spending on the bricks because we threw too many.
You cast bonfire on both of the braziers, and like the second bonfire dissipates the first one, but the brazier still remains lit. And both of the snakes, kind of like their eyes, like the flame underneath them, licks the stone, and from their eyes, there are like tiny holes along the snake, and the flames coil through it so that it's both its eyes and its mouth that is slightly open erupts slight flame.
Ooh.
That's
Cool.
fancy.
Sounds fancy.
And looking at it, maybe it's the dancing flames. We're not sure, but they seem to be moving ever so slightly.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Guys, can you take a look at this?
Hold on, we got money.
What's
Yeah.
happening? What's happening?
I
And when
hate
the,
it
when,
I
the,
don't
when,
pay
the, when the
attention.
stones came down, they crushed the chest, and like some of the money spilled out towards you.
My money just jiggle jiggle. It's
Yeah,
gold.
I'm going for all the chests.
Okay.
Right. So the top left is open. The top right is still accessible.
Yes.
If
Is the rope
you
still
wish to
there at the
ch-
first chest?
The first chest is open. The rope is slack, but it hasn't triggered.
Oh, can
Okay.
I?
I
Okay.
have a feeling that the moment you you look into the chest and you see like the rope is attached to the lid, and you have a feeling that the moment you close the lid, locks the chest again and retaughts the rope and reset the trap.
Okay.
So
So
keep
as long
it
as
open.
as long as the chest remains open, the trap is inactive.
Okay.
Oh, we can just get rid of the rope now because it's not taut.
On the first chest, yes. But the second one is still taut, right?
Yeah.
Top right one is still taut. Yes.
Okay. Well, we can disable the first one, so I cut the rope with my axe of the first chest to keep it
Alright, you-
deactivated.
All right.
So a little bit of safety. Should we take the bust? I mean, it's gold.
Is it?
Can I check the
nothing?
bust for traps?
Make an investigation check.
I mean, who makes a gold bust of themselves, really?
And leader,
Investigation.
like-
Ooh, 23.
Ooh.
23.
Almost
Um,
19.
It is not mechanically trapped, but checking it over, there is a very faint sulfur smell to it, while there is no fire source.
Okay. I think the bust is sort of trapped. It smells kind of funny. I
Probably
wouldn't
like raw.
touch the bust yet. Can I try the top right chest to unlock it?
Make a thieves' tools check.
right on the ceiling. Okay. Okay, come on. Roll well. Oh, 23 again. What?
All right.
All right.
Bless those dice.
This time, you're feeling lucky, and once again, you from the first chest, you know where the tumbler should be. The second chest, you miscalculated, but on this third chest, you're certain. Like, all right, it's the fourth tumbler. I shouldn't trigger. Go to the fifth. Chest opens, not triggering the trap.
Filled with gold.
Filled with gold.
Woo!
That's pretty
I,
sick, dude.
Can we-
I cut that
what is-
rope as well.
Estimate how
Alright.
much gold will be in a chest?
Looking over it, among the two chests that you currently have, there is about between 2,000 and 3,000 silver pieces and about 1,000 gold pieces. You'd have to count it up, but there's quite a sum of money
Okay.
in these chests.
Okay, plus silver. And
Okay,
that
we
one.
we had like a cart with us, right? So we can like
Yeah, you did.
put it in a cart.
Can I? Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to clear the rubble from the chests, at least so I can access them. Not everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Pork!
super clean. But,
Can we use the
Yeah.
general? Is he fixed yet?
By this time, it has been a minute. Yes, General is ready again. I'll
I mean,
remove his
these-
red
you-
circle.
I think these snakes are moving, guys.
What?
You know what I said?
What snakes?
What snakes? And I walk back over.
One's in the brazier. You're like right there, Hakan. You see it as well.
I'm just
You
moving
see
forward.
Gorg like in a frozen position, like eyeing both the braziers of like the snakes.
What? Who lit the braziers?
I did.
Why?
I don't know, felt cozy, I guess. But now they move, so be careful.
Okay. What magic? Can I sense like if this is a magical thing? Like not detect magic, but
You can make an Arcana check if you want.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at those, so that should be fine.
And clearing the rubble from the other chest, it's gonna take some time, like at
Yeah.
least a couple of pounds.
Oh, we
Uh,
lost a party member.
Who did we lose? Oh, we lose Hakan.
Um,
And he's back.
Hey,
Sweet.
hey.
Alright.
It's
Right.
gonna take you some time. It's not like small pebbles or anything. There's like big boulders that came down.
Okay.
yeah. That's fine.
Um,
That's money. It's worth it.
I had a 13.
13. You're not really sure if it's like a magical effect or it's just a trick on the eyes.
Okay. I don't know. It's weird. They look like it's moving, but could be like the mirage or something. Come.
I mean, this is the temple of the trickery deity, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Exactly. So, can we use a general? There, we have like chests and chests of gold in here, and we need
Ooh.
to get some rubble out of the way.
Yeah, sure. And I'll just snap my fingers and tell the general to go help.
It's gonna take the general. I mean, he is pretty strong, but it's probably gonna take at least half an hour
Hmm.
to clear this rubble.
Even with the two of
Maybe-
us?
Just
Um,
the two of us.
We can clear all the
I mean, I
rubble.
keep helping if it's faster.
It's quite a bit of rubble. Like if you would all pull in, I see that there's a Ren Defiler still on him.
Probably Akira would help as well, I have a feeling.
Yeah, he would.
Because he's a big boy.
Yeah, same here. I'm also strong, so I'll
We can
help out.
also-
I still have my mutagen thingy.
We can also
So-
just do this on the way back.
So this should be 7.5 minutes. If we divide half an hour by 4.
Oh, yeah, no, that's... that works.
It's a good part of 10 minutes to 15
Nah.
to clear the rubble, but eventually, like you start stacking pieces of rubble into the throne room thingy,
Yep.
clearing the two chests. It takes you a little bit, and it's hot in here, and you're sweating profusely.
We're taking all the gold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like you clear the chests, like they are broken. Coin is scattered across the floor. Among it, you also see what looks to be a broken potion vial,
Ah.
Oh,
and its content is spilled across the floor.
Wait. I cast mending.
that's
You
then
cast
you have
mending on the vial, and you now have an empty vial.
Sure.
And among it, you also find what looks like a jewelry kit. And as you open it, there are like 4 gem encrusted scarabs in them, like brooches.
Whoa. Those are cool.
okay.
That looks amazing.
How was an estimate of the amount of gold we have in total? All 4 chests.
All 4 chests, with the scarabs are about 250 gold pieces each.
Wow.
And approximately it's 700 copper pieces, 6,000 silver pieces, 2,100 gold pieces, and 150 platinum.
Whew.
Wait, how much did we
20,
own?
20,
700 gold.
Oh, nice.
6k silver. And how many platinum?
150.
150.
150 plats. Okay.
700 copper, 6,000 silver, 2,100 gold, 150 platinum. The brooches are 250 each.
Yeah, I've got 700 copper, 6k silver, 2.1k gold, 150 plats, jeweler's kit, and 4 gem scarab brooches for 250 each. Right.
It's
I think we should start investing our money, guys.
You know that most of this we have to give to Mr. Owner.
A part of it.
Yeah,
He doesn't know how much we found.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Scarab brooches of 250 each. And how much
Can it-
copper was there?
700.
700.
700. Okay. Okay.
We can at least pay off your debt. Okay, there's
True.
one thing left in this room, and that's the bust over there. But I smell kind of a sulfur smell around it,
Ooh.
and I don't see any fire. It's not mechanically trapped, but it's a bit suspicious.
Can I take a look at it?
Of course,
Sure.
it smells like sulfur.
Make an investigation check.
Was
Do I
it
get
sulfur-
any
was it
bonuses?
sort of like a rotten egg smell?
Yeah, it kind of is.
Investigation, right?
Yes.
That's a 7.
Oh no.
You're not sure.
I mean, must be safe, right?
I'm gonna step out of the room before he
Mm-hmm.
grabs it. Just to be safe.
Yeah, let's say we put all the golden crates in the big room as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll make the general grab it.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, let's move Akira out of the way as well.
Oh yeah, everyone. I kind of assume everyone else is out of the room
Is
Right.
the
before I tell him.
is the snake moving for me as well?
It is.
I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna
Right.
make like a big berth around it. I don't want to get too close.
And then I'll tell the general to pick up the bust.
All right. You are outside of view. The general is outside of view. And can the general make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Fireball.
Boots. 19.
19. All right. He succeeds.
So he only
Some-
takes half damage.
So he only takes half damage.
I mean, he is fully healed, so. For now.
As he doesn't die, you can just mend him.
Fair.
He takes the half of 51 fire damage. And
So
you're
that's
all standing outside of a
26.
room. He takes 25.
25 fire
Yeah,
damage.
it's rounded down in favor of the player.
Alright.
So you're standing outside the room, and the general, you hear this sound of metal on metal, basically. The moment and like a straining sound, you hear a enormous combustion sound, a loud bang, and you see like fire engulfing the room, almost shooting out the sarcophagus. Like, Quake, your eyebrows are maybe slightly singed.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
as the general comes walking out, completely covered in soot and burn marks,
Is he holding the bomb?
having the bust in his hand.
Yay!
I give him a pat on the head. Good boy.
Good job.
And
Good.
then I start mending him until he's fully healed again.
All right.
Okay.
Unless something else happens, I guess.
Can I inspect the throne a bit? See if there's any
Ah,
hidden mechanisms or inscriptions?
you were ahead of
Sorry.
me. It's fine, it's fine.
We'll do it together.
No, you do it.
You can do it together.
Gives advantage on the investigation.
True. Then we'll do it together.
Roll investigation.
We're all in this together.
Oh boy.
23 again. What the hell? What am I rolling?
Damn. All
I rolled
right.
a 21 and a 23. Okay.
Looking over the throne, you see that in front of it there are scuff marks, as if it has been moved. And most of the scuff marks are old, almost gone already because of weathering. There are fresh scuff marks, and looking it over, you see that the wall behind the throne, where like the trifecta is shining on, there is a very thin line in it, like something behind it could open.
Ooh, okay. Do I see any way to open it?
You do not find anything of a handle or anything.
Should we just brute force it?
Maybe.
Well, we could try. I don't think it's a good idea, but we could
Can I
try.
try to
Well,
sit on the throne?
You know, the throne was gold colored, right?
Gold and platinum encrusted, yes.
Yes. We could also leave this and go back to the scorpion dude. Like, go through the rest of this area, then go back to the scorpion dude and say, like, yeah, there was this big gold and platinum throne, and it was just too big for us to take. But you can go back and get it.
That sounds dangerous.
But what if there's something like super valuable behind it?
Then he's gonna get it anyways, because we have to give all the money that we make to him, and he decides how much we can keep.
What if we don't give him everything from the start and then he decides we can keep this amount? He doesn't know how much we found here. I don't.
Don't you think he's gonna, like, see how much we have, or do, like, a zone of truth thing, or...
I mean, I think the zone of truth thing sounds pretty reasonable. Not gonna lie.
Well,
Hey,
we
did you
don't- we
stash
don't-
any money anywhere
Hey.
else? I'm not.
Stash money where? I didn't stash any money.
Well, I don't think he'll ask like if we stashed it anywhere. He'll just ask, "What did you find?" And if we just said we found 4 chests full of gold,
True.
we don't know the exact amount because we didn't count it.
Yeah, but then he'll ask, "Was it more than what you got now?" And then,
Yeah.
and then we're like, "Ah."
It's still a vague question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
Can I sit on the throne for a second?
All right. You sit on the throne, and the moment you do,
Oh no.
the two snakes coil up and look towards you, and you hear a telepathic voice in your head.
Oh boy.
What languages do you speak?
Me? I
Yes.
speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Sylvan.
You have no clue what the snakes are saying.
Oh, do we hear the snakes as well, or it's telepathic, right? So we don't
Nope,
hear it.
you do not hear anything. It's just Quake.
I
Wait,
hear a,
what
I
are
just,
the
I'll just say, I hear a voice in my head. The
Well,
snakes.
what voice? Oh, the snakes. What?
I don't know what they're saying. I can't
I
understand
would get
them.
off the chair if I were you.
I'll step off the chair.
Wasn't
The
the
moment you step off, the snakes coil back into place.
rest primordial? I could read
Who's-
the rest of it. Maybe if I sit down, I can hear what they're saying.
Go ahead.
Sure.
I sit down on the throne.
Right, you sit down on the throne. The snakes coil coil up once more. You hear a voice in your head, in primordial.
Haha.
What is your purpose here?
We came to save some people that entered here.
You say this in primordial,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. Okay, so I have no
Do you
idea.
say it out loud or telepathically?
I say it out loud.
All right. So you hear Zilmoira speaking in primordial. Hakan, you kind of understand what she's saying. Because you only know Aquan, right?
I do.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Aquan's a dialect, so I guess I do still speak primordial, but yes, specifically Aquan.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sure. As you say that out loud, you see the snakes coil down slightly. You speak truth.
All right.
Do we see the snakes move as well?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I reach for my weapon. Guys,
Nope.
he's moving.
Nope. Leave him. I shout in common.
Alright.
I step off the throne.
All right. The
And I'll-
moment you do, you hear a rumbling sound as the throne shifts forward,
What?
Step out of the way.
and the wall behind it starts opening,
Oh shit. The fuck.
revealing a long, dark as fuck staircase going down.
I knew it.
Ah, you said it earlier.
Yes.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
shall we wait before going in there? We still have like a big part of the ruins that we haven't.
Yeah, I think we should check
Explored
this
yet.
level first.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to open it now.
Yeah. That's why we can just come back later.
Yeah.
Because this
Right.
feels.
So, Cork is standing by the other door, and I kind of want to try to open it.
It is locked.
Hold on my way.
No, I'm proficient with thief tools too.
Oh, okay.
So I try to open the lock with my thief tools.
Make a thieves' tools check.
Would it be wise that while they're doing this, I start hauling all the gold back to the entrance of the dungeon? So that we don't have to think about that while we're in here?
That's probably smart. Yeah.
Do we
It'll take you a bit, but you can start doing it.
use like coin weight, or do we ignore coin encumbrance?
It is enough coin that you can't keep it in satchels.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not really like calculating by the coin how much it weighs. But this is
mean-
enough coin that it would over encumbered.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
cart. It's fine. Let's just leave it at the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll at least put it outside the big door,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just in case that one
Fair.
closes again.
Yep.
I rolled a 15 on my thieves tools.
Right. With a 15, it's not a hard lock pick, and you find a small hallway leading to another room. With in the corner a snake statue that kind of resembles the two ones in the brazier, but bigger, much bigger. And
Ooh.
there is a
Oh no.
hole in the ground, about 10 foot wide, with a grate above it, which is ripped apart outwards.
Oh. So that's what that is.
Right.
Oh,
I thought those were teeth, but that's.
No, it's not.
That's
No, it's not.
That's
And
still
like
fair.
the rest of the room, like there are like benches along the walls, and there are like chains hanging from the ceiling that are used to like lower something in or out of the pit.
But it
Think
looks
they-
like something came bursting out of the pit.
It looks
Yeah.
like, yes.
Can I
do we
try
hear
to...
anything?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
That's not great. That's
Perception.
not...
Nope. 11.
You don't hear anything unusual.
I rolled a 10, so that's a nope for me as well.
Yeah.
Gork carefully shuffles into the room, trying to stay as close. As close to the wall as possible.
Great.
And I'm trying to move towards the other door. Where can I move myself?
Can I move to a little bit towards the snake statue?
Sure.
Anything off about it? Inscriptions? Like, can it move?
Not really. Like looking it over, the only thing that seems of any point of interest to you is the eyes, which are both rubies, and the snake looks like directly at the pit.
Don't do it. Don't take the eyes.
Ah,
When Cork says it, it means that you don't take the eyes.
Yeah, but they must be expensive. What about that? You ever thought about that?
Then
can I just
we- Then we
lay
s-
my
Wait,
hand
no.
on the statue?
Just take the eyes then.
Then we say to the
You-
scorpion dude, "Hey, there was a big snake and he had
Statue?
rubies for eyes. Let them take it."
Fair, yeah.
The statue feels faintly warm.
Oh no! Get away from there! Get away from there!
Yeah, I want to try and open the next door.
Nothing really happens though.
I,
The statue just feels warm to the touch.
Just in case, I want to use my wholeness of body ability to heal 18 hit points. I'm kind of low on HP, and just in case something happens, so I heal 18.
yeah, I want to try.
Can you make an investigation check for me?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Investigation 18.
18. You do see that the tongue of the snake, like the entire statue is stone, but like the tongue is like loose in its mouth. Like you could pull it down like a lever.
Can I take my quarterstaff and poke it?
Oh
See if
no!
Right?
The tongue, I
You-
mean.
Let it
You
be
get
known
a-
to the room that I am still whole and gold.
You step to the side, poke the tongue with your quarterstaff, put a little bit of pressure on it, and from the eyes, two beams of fire blast into the hole
Oh, into the hole.
Oh.
Okay.
for like a couple of seconds and then track.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh shit.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Now I want those rubies now.
No. Okay, before you do that, Corks tries to open the next door.
Roll a Thieves' Tools check.
I'm gonna climb the snake up to its head and try to pry out the rubies.
That's a critical fail.
Oh.
Okay. You start tumbling with the locks and you broke the lock, unfortunately.
I cast mending on it.
That'll work. The lock is no longer broken, but is still locked.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Then I'll try to
Make a
open it
strength
again.
check for the rubies, by the way.
Oh no,
Strength check. Okay. Oh, 14.
14. You start pulling on the sides, but the eyelids of the snake are like what do you call it? Like when they made the statue, they put the rubies in and then
Then the eyelids.
the eyelids over it, so it's like
yeah.
really stuck in there. You are unfortunately unable to pry the rubies free.
Can I? Hmm.
Moira is hauling gold somewhere over here. Akira is helping you,
Alright.
Can I grab my
because
hammer?
otherwise I'm not sure what he would do.
Can I grab my hammer and a piton out of my backpack and try to like chisel away the eyelid?
You can certainly try. It'll probably take you a while though.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna put some strength behind it. I'm not gonna like softly like tap it. I'm gonna like
Make a
smash
strength
it.
check.
Can I also try to open the door?
Turn it into an attack roll, but you can use your monk weapon modifier for it.
So just an unarmed strike, basically.
Yeah. Can I try to open the door as well? While this is going on?
You want to attempt again?
24.
Yeah. Cork doesn't want to stay in the room with the statue, probably.
All right. Make another Thieves' Tools check for me. DC is higher now.
I rolled a 24.
12. Damn it.
Unfortunately, like this is a really tough lock to crack. You smash the python in. You crack the eyelid on the snake. The ruby. Oh, this bounces away into the hole.
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. I have no chance to try to catch it. It's just poof gone.
You have both your hands currently like python hammer. You smash it and you like immediately crack it. The python pushes through, and with the force behind it, it just jettisons the ruby away.
Shit. Hakan, come over here.
Well, help. What am I supposed to do? What
Stand
do you
below
want?
and catch the ruby. I'm gonna try to
I-
smash the other eye.
I
You hear
swear
like
by-
you hear like not the whole you hear as the ruby falls. You have decent enough passive perception. You hear very quickly that it sinks to a floor. Like the hole is not that deep, maybe 10 feet, 10, 15 feet. at most.
Okay.
All right.
Catch this. I'm gonna
I'll
try.
catch it. I'll catch it.
I'll smash it the other eye.
Do I
Alright.
catch it or not?
Make a strength check first to see if you can get it out.
And,
Can I try
uh,
to open the door?
23 this time.
23. You
And unarmed strike, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hakan, can you make a dex check for me?
Oh yeah. You literally have
You
the
can
worst
do it.
catching character.
You can do this, old man.
Catch things. It's a 17. I'm done with this. This is good.
All right. You just barely manage to
Barely.
to snatch the ruby from the air before it falls into the pit.
I mean, that was insane, and I still only barely do it. What the fuck?
You keep trying the lock cork, but for some reason
Just kick the door
it's,
open.
it's a quite tough cookie to crack.
I'll
Even
climb
with
back.
a 22?
I'll climb back down
With
the
a 22, like you're taking like 5 minutes at this point, and you're like getting frustrated and frustrated because it's not working, and eventually the door opens.
Guys, I got it.
Woohoo.
Can I peek over the edge of the hole?
You peek over the edge of the hole. Make a perception check.
17.
All right. You peek over the edge, and at the bottom, about 10 feet down, you see the shimmering of the ruby. You also see a corpse.
Human?
Humanoid in form, yes.
Just a skeleton or it's still fleshy?
It's a skeleton. It's been there for a while.
I was just about to say, it is new and it's burned to a crisp.
I mean, there is some like new suit that has gone down on it.
It's a bit charred.
Cole kind of looks over his shoulder, going, "Guys, don't. This is a bad idea."
YOLO, I'm gonna tie a rope to something sturdy and lower it into the hole to get the other ruby.
Right. You drop in the hole with the rope. And you find the other ruby, and on the corpse you find what looks like a hip satchel of some kind.
Okay. What's in it?
You open it, and it seems to be empty.
Oh. And anything else?
Besides the bag and the ruby, there is a skeleton here.
Nothing of interest. Okay. I'll climb back out.
Right. You take the ruby and the bag, or just a ruby?
I'll bring the bag. Is it just a normal bag?
Seemingly.
Can I try to turn it inside out?
I don't believe this, honestly, if you ask me.
Right. You put your hand in, grab the bottom, pull it out, and stuff falls out.
I knew it! I knew it!
You see you hear the clanking of coin as a coin satchel launches itself towards the wall. Few coins fall out. There is a rolled up scroll of some kind, like a big scroll, and a satchel containing 2 vials with liquid in them.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm just making a list of all the things we find in here. Okay.
What's
How
all
many-
the
how
down
much-
there?
How much gold is in there?
Within the satchel, there is 112 copper,
Okay,
76 silver, 67, sorry, and 12 gold pieces.
So it's
67 silver. 67. How much gold?
12.
12 gold.
so he wasn't amazingly rich.
Still, bag of holding.
Yeah, I'll add that to mine. Yeah, bag of holding, a scroll, and a satchel with 2 vials. Can I check the vials? Any idea what they are?
Make a Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana. I'm terrible at Arcana. 8. Nope. I have no idea.
8, you have no clue.
Don't they look the same as my healing potion?
One of them does. The other looks like the inside of the vial has frosted over.
Ooh.
Okay, so 1 healing potion probably. And any idea what this is? Now you hold up the frozen flask.
Looks cold. Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
I think at this point, Akira and I will head back to the.
Yeah, you took a little bit. At this point, like most of the gold has been hauled into the scarab room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally have a bag of holding though. Oh,
It, rolled a
yes.
14.
What have you got?
Found a bag of holding with some stuff in it. Got a scroll and a satchel with 2 vials.
You could have said that earlier. Then we could have put the gold in there.
I just found it.
Oh.
Was in this hole.
Oh.
But I rolled a 15 on my, sorry, 14 on my account.
Who would leave a perfectly good satchel in a hole? That doesn't make any
You're
sense.
not entirely sure what this potion is.
Looks something coldish. I don't know.
Eh.
Not sure. Let's get you out of here.
Yeah. I mean, I had a rope. I'm already out of the hole.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take back my rope though.
What's in the next room, Cork?
Yeah.
I'll add.
Yeah, you open the doors and you find yourself in a pretty empty room. There are like a couple of braziers in the corners, unlit. But in the middle to the back of the room, there is a basin on the floor with a transparent, slightly murky white liquid in it that is faintly sloshing around.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
No,
man.
it's
Jesus.
no, it's not that.
It's the cum vial.
No, it is
No.
not.
That
No,
was not
it
where
is
my mind was
not.
going, but
There,
okay.
but there is like a slight beige tint through it as well. Like
Is there a My Little
from-
Pony in the bottom?
Oh my god, no, don't even go there. I know exactly what you're talking about.
no,
I hate
stop
this.
it, stop it. No, nope,
Destroy it with fire.
nope.
Oh.
Isildur should have destroyed the ring, really.
Doesn't it look like some sort of like gelatinous cube something?
Make a perception.
Do we know what a gelatinous cube is, or is it just like...
That's a critical fail. So
You have no clue
think,
what
guys,
is
I think
in
it's
here.
safe to drink.
No, don't
Casually
touch
walk
the
up
weird
to it.
liquid.
The cork moves up to the liquid.
Some Moira face palms.
All right, you move up
I
to the
can-
liquid. It is
can-
faintly moving. Like it's like from the center there are like ripples coming through it, like a slight interval between.
There are bubbles as well.
No bubbles.
Right. So I want to grab the empty vial that I have and fill
Alright.
it with the liquid.
All right, you put the empty vial in. You take some of the liquid out, and it's faintly moving around in the vial.
Huh.
Ew.
Interesting. Who wants a sip?
No.
No,
Uh.
no, thank you.
No, I don't think that's a good idea, but it
I'd
is
rather
interesting
not,
though, and I kind of
really.
hold it up against the light.
You hold it up against the light a little bit. Can you make another perception check for me?
I'll move over to the next door
Are
in
you?
the meantime. I'm not interested in poop water.
So that's a 12. perception.
12.
Yeah.
As you're looking at it with the light source, it might be a trick on the eyes, but at one point you see like very faintly a face, and then it is gone again.
Guys.
Ew.
Mhm.
And
I
you see a door, and it's gone again.
I think I saw a face in the liquid.
What?
Wait, did you just say a door?
No, a face.
No.
And also a door. Like there are like very quick images that are like floating to the surface of the vial and then going away again.
I will
Hey,
go to the pool and I will look at it very intently when he says this.
Right. As you look into the pool, Can you make either perception or investigation?
Investigation, because that's better. 18 plus 5, so 23.
All right. Looking into the pool, looking around it, you see glyphs around the inside of the pool, and they roughly translate to a memory basin.
Ooh.
Ah.
Oh, this shows you memories.
How would it do that? How does it know your memories?
Yeah, magic?
Does it show our memories?
If
Or
I
does
Um,
it
if I look at the liquid, what does it show me?
Can you make an Arcana check for me?
Arcana. Sure.
Like, see what you may know about whatever this is.
That's a 15.
15. All right, you're not entirely sure. Like from the name, from the primordial text itself, it is in some way or form a thing to store memory in.
Okay.
How to do that or how to access them, we're not entirely sure.
Okay. So I don't see
But
anything of my own memories just pop up or
as
something.
you uh, as you look into it, there are like faint images flowing through it. Like um, you see a forest, you see high mountain peaks, you see people, you see faces. Some of them happy, some of them sad. You see great outstretched plains with wild animals running across them.
Hmm.
You see battlefields.
Oh wow. I
Like all these images, it's like um you would look at a 3D picture but without 3D glasses on, so everything is overlapping all the time. So
okay.
you kind of have to focus really hard on what image is showing. Like all the things are going at the same time.
Hmm. Um I I don't think that these memories might be ours because I'm seeing a I think I saw like a battlefield or something.
Hmm.
It's and I've never been on a like big battlefield, so I don't know if that's it. But I think like people can put memories in here or something, but I don't know how that would work. I'd put back what you took, Cork.
Why?
I don't think it's something to play around with.
I mean, I'm
It's
gonna.
worth playing.
I'm
It was
just playing around
investigating.
with it. I'm going to have a look at it with some loops.
have I ever heard or read about it? About like a memory basin? Do I know what its purpose is? What it's used for?
Like
Or
from the name, it is used to store and rewatch memories.
This wouldn't be something like.
it isn't.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not very common, is it?
No, it is not.
Hmm.
Like it's not like an elven thing, right?
Also, no.
No, it's
Right.
it's primordial. I think it's pre-elves.
That's very. That's almost impossible, but alright. Strange.
I don't think we should mess with this.
No.
Yeah, that's
Can you open
just.
the last door?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll try to open the next door.
Oh.
The next door is unlocked.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
But then there's another one. Ah, good.
And you find yourself in an armory.
Oh,
There are statues along the walls, each with very dull, rusted over, like some of it corroded to like where you touch it, it would fall apart. Like that center, there's like this huge statue of what looks like a cat, with wings.
Ooh.
Sphinx?
A wing kitty.
Manticore?
Maybe.
More sphinx-like.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But it seems to be like a very, very, very old armory.
I mean, I could technically try and fix one of the armors if someone's interested.
I'm good with what I've got.
Anything out of place in this armory?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, nope, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, I actually rolled pretty decent on my
That's
investigation.
that's a 5.
With a 5, nothing really seems out of place here.
I rolled a 23.
It's
Right.
fine, guys.
With a 23, you do see, like, you're searching around, and you find, like, in the right back corner, there is a wall that when you push against it, it is seemingly fitted into the wall, but when you push against it, it opens a door into a hallway.
Secret exit.
Right, there's a hidden passage, and I activate the passage.
Secret exit.
Looks like it. Does it?
And like as you walk in like a couple of feet, you see 2 skeleton corpses
Oh.
lying at the end of it.
Hmm.
And they look like the stature that they are in. It looks like they had been fleeing for something, but didn't quite make it.
That's unfortunate.
Like one of them, like an entire leg is ripped off, and the other
Oh,
one, its
no.
rib cage is just completely crushed.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Can
Not
I
gonna lie.
can I investigate the cat statue without touching it? Just
Make an investigation check.
21. That's better.
21. It just seems to be a very fancy statue.
Okay.
Guys, I don't think we can find anything of value here or any of the corpses, so I think we need to go down deeper. But how?
You want to go back to the throne?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how many dead people from the group have we found? Because we found some skeletons, but I doubt that they were from the Scorpion crew.
From the group,
I
you
think 4.
found 2 at like the main entrance from
Mhm.
like the pillar room into
Yeah.
the scarab room. There were 2.
Yeah.
In the pool, there was 1.
Yeah,
And in the scarab room, you found 2 others.
so 5.
5.
Okay, so it looks
Which
like
is not an entire crew.
no,
Yeah, because he sent multiple crews, right?
2. Yeah, and they both didn't come back. So the others must have gone further in.
Maybe they went.
Perhaps.
Maybe they went behind the throne, but how did it close?
I don't know.
Maybe they closed it behind them.
Yeah, it could be. Let's go back to the throne. Shall we put the gold in the baggie you found?
Sure.
Now that we have that, we don't need to
Yeah.
worry about hoisting it around all the time.
Yeah, I'll move to the where Zilmoira put the gold and start like moving
Yeah.
it in the bag of holding
Right.
everything.
It's taking a bit.
Yeah, we'll help out.
Yeah, all right. But eventually, you managed to put all the coin into the bag of holding.
Good.
Yeah, I put all the other stuff in. Well, the jeweler kit, the scarabs, the snake eyes,
The head.
the head.
Right.
Yeah, the bust.
Bust.
Oh yeah, the bust.
Yeah.
Oh right, we have a bust. I forgot to
Yeah.
write that down.
For a second, I was like, wait, who did we had?
I don't remember beheading anyone today. Today, right? And not
The
Yeah.
bust,
in
the bust,
general.
by the way, is worth about 400 gold pieces.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Okay. And after we do that, we move into the hole in the throne.
Yeah.
Right. You descend the
hallway.
staircase behind it into darkness. Like there's some light behind you from like the scarab reflecting, but eventually like a couple hundred feet down.
I'll light
Not
a
a couple of
torch.
hundred. Like 100 feet down, the light behind you fades because you're getting too deep.
I'll light a torch.
Cause I'm in too
You
deep.
light a torch and you go down another 50 feet. Another 50 feet as at the bottom you start seeing light. And as you reach the bottom, about 300 feet down, like you've had lots and lots of cardio by this point,
Mm-hmm.
you're entering a very large, open, cavernous area. It slopes slightly down, and it's maybe like 100, 150 feet wide.
Is there another map
Um,
or not?
There is in a second.
Okay, then I'll keep it up.
Um,
Oh, impatient.
with in the center of it, you see a gigantic build, 4-layer high ziggurat.
Oh no!
Fuck yeah, ziggurat. I love ziggurats.
Oh,
Hell
boy.
yeah. All my homies like cigarettes.
And that is where we're going to take a break.
Yay!
Dang it. Right.
Okay. See you guys in a second.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love ziggurats are cool.
Yeesh.
Alright, welcome back. When we left off, our little group of adventurers descended a staircase into the depths underneath the desert sands, where they found a 4-layer high ziggurat in Evanus chamber. Walking up towards it, you see that there is a staircase leading up, and there is a faint drumming. You faintly hear. It's not like a pulse you can feel, but there is a faint thrumming you can hear. And looking towards the walls of the ziggurat, it is completely painted over in like these very elaborate murals. And on the corners of each, as you like look up, and the thing is about 30-40 feet high, you see that on the corners there are some kind of sarcophagi, and just over the edge there is a bigger sarcophagus you can faintly make out
So
on top of
You
the
mean
ziggurat.
this one and this?
Yes.
Okay.
Corners.
Corners. These are the sarcophagi, the squares on the corners, and this is the big one on top.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Guys, can we like take a breather for a minute? I've like the fight took a bit out of me, and I the hoisting of all the gold was also
Yeah, you didn't have the bag of holding, so.
yeah.
We
So
do now.
can we like take a bit of a break before we like bump into something else that we
Sure.
might regret?
Can I just take a perception check to look and listen around to see if I hear anything?
Yeah,
Make a
same.
perception check.
Cork would like to do the same.
I'll give you advantage, Cork.
Oh, cool. Yeah, 23.
All right, listening intently. Besides the thrumming, which seems to be coming from the coffin, don't hear or see anything unusual.
No corpses.
Looking around, up top, and like scattered around the sarcophagus, there are 5 more corpses
Like
in
fleshy ones.
like maybe not a week dead,
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
like
Group number
fleshy
2.
ones.
Yeah, group number 2.
Right. I pointed out as well as like, there's a faint sound coming from the big coffin, as far as I can tell.
Okay, let's leave it alone for now then.
Yeah.
So we want to take a short rest then?
Yeah.
Alright.
Me making and taking another potion in that short rest, but yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'll use one of my hit dice as well.
Let's use my barbarian hit die first, because that's a d12.
Ira is using 2 hit dice going back to. Ooh.
Yep, I'm full again.
That's 1.
No, wait. He's gonna use a second wind first because he gets that back from a short rest. He goes to full and does not spend any hit.
I use 2 hit die, and I am almost back to full.
I used 1 hit die. I've got my key points back. Damn it, I shouldn't have used my healing ability. But the snake pit room was kind of scary. Just in case.
Right. I spent most of my hit die as well. Now I'm back to full health.
And you, Hakan?
Wait, let me see what health I'm at again. I healed a
Brief-
bit over. I healed a bit with the healing spell, but I didn't. I'm still not full HP. I'd like to use 3 hit dice.
Alright.
Damn, did you take that much damage?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he took like a normal strike and a crit last time.
Wow.
A
oh
single
right.
turn.
There's 3d8 plus con modifier, right?
Yes, each die roll.
Oh,
is
then I'd
plus
like to
one.
use 2. Fuck. I kind of forgot they got my con
Oh, then I'm
modifier
back
in
to
all this
full. Then
Yeah,
I'm-
when you roll hit dice, you add your Constitution modifier.
Oh.
Yeah, I get
Each dice. So it's
Yeah, yeah,
1d8
yeah.
plus,
Each die,
1d8
yes.
plus.
I get 16 vex, so I go to 46 out of 51,
Okay.
and I still have 4 hit dice. We're level 6,
You're
right?
level 6 currently.
Yeah, so I have 4 hit dice left.
Yeah, I forgot my constitution, but those 2 points bring me back to full.
I rolled a 6 and a 4, by the way. So
I rolled an 11 and a 9.
Uh,
a 6 and a 4, and then 8 is actually not that good.
Oh yeah, you
you're
have d12,
taking your short rests, and things seems to be normal, or as normal as shit can be here. At the end of your short rest, can everyone make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh no! And is this with disadvantage? Because I have exhaustion.
No, exhaustion is not on saving throws. That's level 3 exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
You only have disadvantage on ability check.
Oh, okay. Rolled an 18.
I
Right,
have
that's a success.
17.
Success.
19.
19 is a success.
Oh no, that's a fail, Cork.
I don't know. Fuck you in particular, I guess.
General as well?
Shall I-
General also has to make one, yes.
Hakan rolls.
He's
Oh
immune to.
Akira rolls a 17 and makes it.
yeah, okay.
On what save was it?
Constitution saving
Constitution.
throw.
Oh, I get kind of shit on this. Actually, it's not that bad. 16.
16, you just make it.
Oh fuck yeah! That's why I was like, yeah, I think I failed this one, but I forgot I had +3, so it's not that bad.
General also rolled a dirty 20.
Do we know why we have to roll?
Towards the end of your short rest, the thrumming coming from the coffin is becoming very heavy on your mind, and you have a slight feeling of fatigue coming over you.
Okay.
Too bad it doesn't do anything.
This is so bad. Whenever you take a nap and then you wake up, you sometimes feel like more tired than before you went to sleep.
Yeah.
It's because you don't get good sleep. That's why.
Yeah, true. Shall
I mean,
we move up or?
should we maybe move around it first?
How far away is the coffin from like the bottom where we are?
About
7,
like
8, 9. It's 10 squares.
it's 50 feet away from you, but also up, so also 40 feet up. So
Oh, so every tier goes 10 feet up. Okay.
every tier goes 10 feet up, yes. So that's about 70 feet.
I was thinking about throwing a ball bearing towards the coffin and see what happens. But
Maybe we should.
Throwing
Cork-
ball bearings at coffin sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Cork starts moving around the base of the ziggurat in a clockwise motion.
I've like heard worse ideas, but I don't. It's pretty close to
Right.
being the worst.
Walking around in a clockwise motion, you see that all 4 sides of the ziggurat are painted with murals.
do we recognize any of it?
Yeah.
Make a history or a religion check.
I want to do a history as well with my knowledge of the primordial and stuff.
Right?
Oh, I rolled really well.
Well.
20.
It's
Cork
20 is
should
decent.
be.
I rolled a 4 and a 5, which comes to a 9.
You have no clue.
Yep.
I rolled a 20 total.
Ooh.
All right. Walking around it, you start to get a feeling that this is not primordial. The building up top is made from an entirely different stone than the ziggurat. Ziggurat seems to be way, way older.
Hmm.
So
As
someone else
you-
came later and built that sort of a sarcophagus.
Like the temple thingy you just visited is younger, basically. It's built as an afterthought.
It's
Maybe in reverence or in protection, you're not entirely sure.
it's the same with the damn dragon thing. That was older, and the dragon church was built on top of it.
Yeah, true.
But as you walk around it, the mural on the lower layer, as you walk around it, first there is a sea of stars with a young girl tending to a sapling as it grows and grows and grows and start bearing fruits. And within these fruits, you see figures. And on the third quarter, you see the young girl gets terribly ill. Her father, in a fit of rage, attempting to destroy the tree, which, as you look at it, it kind of feels like it has been a gift of some kind. And on the fourth mural, you see that from the 16 fruits where the people were in the center of the tree there is a cage of elemental chaos in which they lock away the father.
Oh no.
With the religion check you have, you are like you've been at the monastery, you've read quite a bit at the Obsidian Tower. You think that this is a mural depicting the creation myth of the one creator plucking from the sea of stars a daughter, giving her a gift of the tree that grows among the sea of stars in the astral ocean. From these trees grew fruits, and these fruits bore planes of existence where the girl molded from clay the 9 divine that you know. However, just like the pillars in a room up top, there are not 9, there are 16, which is odd, because as far as you're aware, there are only 9 divine deities. And as the creation myth goes, the daughter grew sick, the one creator, into a fit of rage, tried to destroy his creation. However, the deities at that point were strong enough to, from the elemental chaos, with the help of the primordials, they created a cage of elemental chaos and a material plane as a cage for the one creator.
Um. Do we think that this is
Which is
tomb?
the first divine war.
Do we think that this is the first the tomb of the first creator? Because if you there's 16, which is weird, but there's also 16 coffins if you count all the corners, with then one in the middle. This is
Well,
Zil speculating to the rest.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's...
Can I
It is not like looking at the murals, it's not like they put him into a singular cage. It is depicted as if the entire material plane is his cage.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But weird.
Can I make quick sketches of the deities that we don't know?
Sure.
Like the other 7?
Sure.
Wait! 7! The 7 drawings that the dragon had.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I guess.
What if they are the 7 others?
Do you think Valentina and Captain Horatio were deities?
Yeah, that's a bit.
Maybe they
iffy.
are.
Maybe like avatars of a deity.
It's
Maybe
weird
the
because the
parents
numbers just fit. Or maybe I'm trying to find cohesion where there is none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they are related actually, but maybe I might be wrong.
Well, there's it's so weird because there's also drawings of people that we don't really know or that are like only half there.
Wait, didn't we read in Ahinus' last words in her diary? I pity the unfated who must watch the world burn from underneath their feet, as the sins of the father are upon us. Maybe they meant the one creator, the father of the daughter?
Yeah, and
That-
as it looks at here, the daughter has a tree that sounds like the one that you described, Cork, the doll in the one room.
Yeah, that's right.
So Moira says that it does ring a bell. Yes.
Yeah, it could be true.
And then
But-
the unfated.
Wait, but that means that there's like 9 different deities and realms that we don't know about.
I know there are 9 deities that you know,
And the other
and
seven
then
are
and the
unknown.
other 7 are unknown to you.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's what they mean with the unfaded, the 7 that don't have a faith anymore because they don't exist on our world. Well,
That would, they
No
call
no one,
me
fate.
out.
no one, no
No,
one.
it's not
Yeah.
unfaith. It's unfate. I was corrected last time as well.
Oh, okay.
UNFATED.
I thought I was
Yeah.
smart for a second.
Yeah, I thought so too last time, but then someone squashed that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
Um,
just that there's now 16 little boxes. Well, 15 because one doesn't show up on the map, but top right. But so those are coffins, but it's still weird that we have the drawings of those 7.
As you're looking at those 7, they bear no resemblance to the other gods, by the way.
hmm.
Okay, do they bear resemblance to the drawings that we found?
Right.
Up top on the pillars, yes.
So
Wait, what? Not up
It-
top on the pillars. No, I mean the drawings that we found with the dragon in the dragon lair. The
Yeah, you found 7 drawings, among them Valentina and Horatio.
Yeah.
They do not bear any resemblance to the 7 unknown deities that
Okay.
you find here.
Okay,
Alright.
so there's no connection there.
so I can't move myself.
There's probably no connection there.
Cork, as well as the general, steps up to the first level of the ziggurat.
Alright.
Yeah, I was just about to say, can I make my way to the first layer and then to one of the coffins and see if they depict a specific deity per coffin, or is it
Yeah,
just
well,
a random
yeah.
general coffin?
As you like walk around, each coffin holds a different religious symbol.
Oh, is there the one with this? The one we saw up top with the drop and the triangular circle thingies with the line through it?
The stranger.
Yeah.
Among the 4 at the bottom, no.
Oh.
Are there any more depictions? the
On
walls?
this level, there are murals as well, yes.
Whoa.
As you start walking around, what you see is basically the moment after the creation of the material plane. When beings from the outer planes started settling, and humans and dwarves and elves were created. Other races basically learning from the deities, learning magic, learning how to harmoniously live together, how to basically not repeat past mistakes.
Oh, that didn't work
And
out.
the last mural before going up another level, you see the one what looks like big demonic figure of sorts with large wings, its body seemingly made out of molded earth, and behind it, a throne.
Oh no.
That's the thing.
And
Does this ring any bells? Seeing this?
continuing on the 20 that you got, this is the kick-off of the Second Divine War. When Galahad, the primordial titan of Earth, the progenitor of the elemental plane of Earth, decided to be an asshole and to try to ascend the empty throne. The empty throne left behind by the one creator, now a vacant throne for basically no deity to rule as one over all.
And he tried
And
to.
the kickoff of the Second Divine War was when Galahad tried to ascend the throne.
So the first layer is the creation myth. The second layer is the Second Divine War.
No, the second layer is basically harmonious humans with the gods living in peace, and then as a plot twist at the end, there's like this one guy who's like, "Oh,
Right. So I want to move up to the last layer, if I can. Oh wait, sorry, the second one, the second last.
On the second last layer, as you walk around, each coffin once again bearing a different religious symbol.
This is the third layer now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does any of them bear the mark of the stranger?
None of them do.
Okay, I start looking for the stranger one at the top layer.
I
Right.
want to see the murals first.
Yeah. But just.
As you walk around the murals, you see depictions of battlefields, of gods and their human armies fighting amongst each other as in an attempt to take the vacant throne, they basically tear the realms apart. You
So
see,
this is the Second Divine War.
this is the depictions of the Second Divine War. Among it, you see different deities, the ones that you don't recognize, their planes of existence and themselves being torn to pieces and erased from existence, basically. Before, at the end, the divine deities that are left over manage to repeat their shackling ritual on Galahad, binding him to the elemental plane of Earth and stopping his ascension. And among those drawings, you see the divine gods, all 16 of them, basically blessing humans as their champions to fight among them in their wars.
Wait, humans or humanoids?
Humanoids.
Oh, yeah, there is a
This is still-
difference.
Like, some of them are human, dwarves, elves, you see elvish figures, you see what looks like a hound folk, a tabaxi, something feathered. You're not sure if it's an owlin or an aarakocra. It's all a little bit rudimentary drawings.
This is all the third layer, right?
This is all the third layer, yes. It's basically start of the war, blessings on humans, shredding the other 7 deities and their planes of existence to pieces, and then the shackling of Galahad.
Right. So I move up. Oh, and I command the general to stand guard over the top.
Right. And as you're moving up, like the thrumming coming from the coffin gets heavier and heavier on you.
Yeah. And I just kind of point at the top of the ziggurat and I go, guard whatever is in there. Make sure it's not coming out. sending the
You-
general all the way up.
Move up the last layer, and there are a few more mules here. One of them is the leftover gods blessing their champions with eternal afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
And the second depiction is of the gods taking away and locking up arcane magic, limiting human power to not be able to ascend into godhood, basically, and wiping their names from existence.
Hmm. Wait, do we see what?
So, as at this point, the gods that you know now, the poet, the stranger, the huntmaster, the scholar, they were not named like that back then. Those names have been wiped from human memory.
So leftover gods blessing their champions and locking up arcane magic partially.
Yes, basically in an attempt to stop a third divine war from happening.
Right. We do not see their original names on the
You do not.
painting. Oh, just checking.
Um,
All right.
I think that this is a thing to leave alone.
Maybe.
I mean, this entire.
As you're looking around for the symbol of the stranger, by the way, Zelmoira, it is on one coffin,
Mm-hmm.
the one in the middle on top.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, guys, I think we should like leave this alone.
Do any of you speak Celestial?
I might.
Nope. I do
Check
not,
for
in fact,
Akira.
speak Celestial.
No, common, elvish, giant, infernal, and primordial.
Oh, you speak a lot, damn.
And I'm learning draconic.
I believe
I didn't-
Akira was common something and common draconic and giant, so no celestial on him.
No, me neither.
Damn.
Right, there is like a footnote on the base of the coffin in a language that none of you understand.
Can I try to make a note of it?
Or rubbing.
Sure.
Yeah, to maybe show it to someone else later.
Yeah. Maybe our Owlin friend. Or someone more knowledgeable.
Oh yeah, good
Right.
idea.
I have
You
these sometimes.
you find a piece of paper, you put it on the plaque, and you start rubbing the text, and you hear a voice.
Alright.
Not in your head, but emanating from the coffin itself.
Oh no.
It's the Zambi man. Oh, it's the
Such
Zambi
shit.
man.
My resting place.
Who are you and why are you resting here? Excuse me?
My name is Corcuson Elven Friend. I mean you no harm.
More looters.
I mean, we really didn't
No.
mean to loot. We're just kind of here for checking some stuff out, you know?
Start seeing the lid shift
No!
as it topples over. You see a figure standing up from it. His skin almost completely preserved,
Ew.
wrapped in bandages,
Cool.
with what looks like a very ornate chainmail armor, a twin daggers at his hips, almost 7.5 feet tall,
Oh, whoa.
pointy ears. As he looks you in the face, Cork, and says,
Cork is there.
Yeah.
"Be gone from my resting place." As he is, let me quickly check if this is.
Can I say that while this is happening, I activate my axe?
My trap card.
Sure.
I was just gonna say, okay, bye.
Um,
Just run the other way.
Does a 15 hit you?
Um. Yeah, that is exactly my armor class.
All right. I'm gonna roll a d6. That's 2. All right. You suddenly start feeling cold as a raging fever sweeps through your body.
Oops.
You have disadvantage on strength checks, strength saving throws, and attack rolls that use strength. Now I
Ugh.
want everyone to roll initiative.
Ah, crap.
Fuck.
19.
Initiative.
Can you put him on the
Initiative.
map, please?
Damn it!
I'm,
Oh no, it's not that.
I'm
Ah, yeah,
revealing-
that's good. That's good. I didn't roll 1.
I rolled kinda meh.
Mummy, are you my mummy?
But I have a +5, so.
For once, Wolf didn't do anything wrong. and he still
What
gets
is
to
his? Oh, ooh, that's pretty bad. Okay, all right.
This guy's kind of a dick, so not gonna
20
lie.
or higher?
Nope.
Between 15 and 20?
I did 15.
19.
So
15
that's
as well.
I rolled
Still, I'm a roll for Akira.
16.
Okay, that's my
Uh,
damage.
This Akira's dex, so he has 0 dex, alright.
That
So
one.
that's Zilmora had a 19.
Yep.
Quake, you had a 16. Hakan, you had 15.
Yes.
And
For
what do
once.
you have, Cork?
Also 15.
Also 15. Who has the higher dex? Probably Cork.
I have 0.
Yeah, it's not me. What about that? I have -1.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, Cork.
Alright, cool.
So it's Cork, Hakan. All right, top of the initiative, Silmoira, you're up.
Okay. So I see him doing a finagly thing to Cork.
Yeah, he like grabs Cork by the throat, and you see just immediately his skin it starts sweating, and his body starts shivering,
Okay. I rage and I run
Mhm.
over to him.
rapidly contracting a disease.
Yep. And I'm like, let him go! And I want to hit him twice while I'm raging.
All right, roll for attack.
Okay. I re-roll my 1s and 2s because of great weapon fighting. And I'll re-roll this 3 because of my savage attacker. An 8. That's good. That's 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Ooh. Okay, so that is 8, 10, 15 slashing damage and 5 lightning damage because I activated my axe.
Alright.
That's the first hit. Second hit. Oh, that's a 10 to hit, so that doesn't hit.
10 doesn't hit.
Nope.
You see the electricity moving over its body and damaging it. However, the slash you do with your great axe doesn't seem to be making as much impact as you thought it
Okay,
would.
so it's good that I activated my weapon early. Good. Okay.
All right, Quake, you're up next.
Okay. I'll move up. Yeah, I can have plenty of movement speed. Can I get into a flanking position with Zilmoira? Or
Yes,
is the
you
coffin
can.
too big? Okay. Yeah. And I'll start punching him.
I mean, he's a big dude.
Roll for attacks.
23,
Boop, boop, boop.
Hits.
22 hits as well. So that's 7 damage for the first attack.
Fire Fist magical yet?
Yes, 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 yes.
Level 3, I think. Or level 5.
No, level at 5 or
I
6.
think at 6.
Yeah.
So
5 or
you
6.
should, yeah.
And then the second strike is 6 damage.
Alright.
I'll do stunning strike.
Which is a con save?
Yes.
24.
Yes. Holy crap. Shit, he has a high con. I'll use another key point to do flurry of blows.
Alright, go for it.
That's a 27. That hits
That definitely hits, yes.
for 11 damage.
Alright.
And another attack. 20
Hits.
for 8 damage.
Righty then. Alright. At the end of your turn, I need. Let's see. Silmoira, Cork, General, and Quake to make a Constitution saving throw.
At the end of our turn.
No, at the end of Quake's turn,
Oh,
he's using a legendary action.
oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Uh,
18.
18, you make it.
20.
You also make it.
Nice.
Ooh.
Thank you, dice.
9 and 7 for me
You-
and the defender.
Oh, fail.
Yeah, I thought so.
And you are stunned until the end of its next turn. As it starts muttering these words in a language you do not understand, and you feel your body tensing up. And Zilmoira and Quake, you manage to shake it off.
Shake, shake, shake.
Oh,
Um,
cool. Not that like I was going to do anything useful anyway.
which brings us to your turn.
Yeah.
You do get to make a Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn against the disease.
I'm
Nope.
an idiot.
Right. So, and the general can't do anything, so.
No, okay.
Right. At the end of your turn, he's gonna make another legendary action.
Cool.
Hakan,
Yes.
make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, all easy. I can do this.
No, wait.
I can actually not do this. This is not one.
Oh!
Oh,
Did
boy.
you stay at the bottom of the ziggurat?
Yeah.
Akira as
Yeah.
well?
Akira
Why,
hasn't
why,
had a
why,
turn
am I
yet.
why am I going up to a ziggurat? Like, what?
I
I'm
mean-
fucking stupid. No.
We've been walking around the ziggurat the whole time.
I'm really not stupid enough to go next to a ziggurat. Are you crazy?
No, but we were walking around looking at the murals. Wasn't Akira with us? Or did we do that individually?
I guessed individually and
Hmm.
Hakan, you are frightened
I'm
of
spooked.
creature in the coffin, and
He's a very
because
spooky man, really.
with
Not
a
gonna lie.
natural one, what is your total?
It's
Minus
pretty
3.
high. No, it's pretty high. It's 8.
Whoa.
I could have done this so
That's-
easily, and I
that's-
just roll a
That's
1.
still by a fail by 5 or more. You're paralyzed.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
So it is your turn. You are
Yeah, I'm
paralyzed.
gonna. Alright, it's great. This is going amazing.
Kira is up
Fucking
next.
swell. Having a great time right now.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
10, 20, 30, 30, 40. Kira is gonna move up here
oh,
with a dash action, and is gonna bonus action fighting spirit, giving himself 5 temporary hit points.
doesn't get advantage though.
No, wait, he's gonna shift first. He's gonna shift first. So bonus action shift, gaining 6 temporary hit points, and blah blah blah. Does he get something else from that? I believe he gets some extra damage, but that's also already calculated into it, I believe. Shifter. Quickly check this.
Quake, we need you.
Shifter, beast height.
Sorry,
also +1 armor class.
Akira.
I knew something else happened
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. So he's currently at an armor class of 21. Right. That is Akira's turn. So now it is the mummy's turn.
Are you
It
my
is
mummy?
going to stay there. It's glancing around and he says,
Hello?
May
She's
Arantash
just kind of slow.
have
Don't lie.
mercy on your passing.
May who
He
want
says in
what on
common?
mercy on your passing?
Arantash.
Ooh.
Who the fuck is Aaron Tash?
I don't know,
He
but
said-
I'm writing it down.
He says this in common?
It's no, he does not.
We've known her Aaron Tash before, right?
He
we
says
couldn't,
that
we couldn't
he-
understand him earlier.
It's in Celestial.
So we have no idea what he says.
You
Okay.
have no idea what he says.
Fuck.
So you don't know the name as
Um,
well.
He's going to center.
I mean, I
on
guess we can. I
himself
guess we could
because
technically
he's-
just kind of know that he was, that it was his name, but I don't know if that's really.
Well, if you don't understand anything at all, then it's just random words that he's saying.
No.
Yeah, I know, but you could kind of like think that's his name, right?
I don't know. Let's just
No.
hear what the DM has to say.
He opens his mouth, and you see coming from his mouth, like first there's this single beetle that comes crawling out,
Cool.
and a grasshopper, and like cockroaches.
Oh,
and
plagues.
It's basically it starts vomiting bugs as it casts insect plague centered on himself.
Cool.
Ew.
I'm not gonna lie, this guy's kind of badass. You like him?
So that's a 20-foot radius.
Oh no.
I'm gonna draw that real quick.
Yeah,
So
that's everyone.
5,
Except for
10, 15, 20. It's basically the entire top layer of this Ziggurat.
So
So the
like
yellow circle.
oh, I was about to say we can just do that.
Oh yeah, I was trying to, but okay.
There's a tool for it.
Let's see. It's difficult terrain in there,
Oh no.
and each creature inside it, including itself, must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Do I get disadvantage?
Just once or every turn?
No, it's strength.
It's Constitution, so you don't have disadvantage. You're stunned, which is not an automatic fail.
Cool, I still fail though, but
It's fine. I'm paralyzed for 1 billion years. It's fine.
I'm doing so well on my con saves, even though I don't have even have a proficiency.
He succeeds himself.
I rolled a 22.
I have
22 is a success.
I have a 14.
14 is a failure.
Okay.
15.
15 is a failure.
Cool.
Akira succeeds,
Ooh, good.
and the general
Also fails.
also fails.
Yep.
Right. Everyone who failed takes 28 piercing damage.
Wait, I'm dead. Does it count? Or I mean, paralyzed. Does it count as fail?
You're
out of
outside of the
range.
range.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And I take half
And if you
damage.
succeed, you take 14.
Yeah.
So I take 14 damage.
Same, because I have rage going, and piercing is halved.
So, yeah, you failed to save. Piercing is halved. Yes. Does that include magical effects?
Let me
Rage is
see.
just normal bludgeoning, normal piercing, normal
Really?
slashing. Yeah.
Fuck. Then it's another 14.
What kind of damage is it actually?
It's piercing damage.
Oh, piercing.
Adventure strength.
As far as I believe, rage only reduces.
But is it magical
Normal damage.
piercing?
It is. It is from a spell that he's casting.
Ah, okay. Then it's another 14. Well, it just says resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. It doesn't specify
And
magical or not.
And it reduces the damage.
Okay.
Okay. Fancy.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah, it doesn't specify.
That is his action. He's gonna stay put. Does he have a bonus action? Nah. Let's see. And at the bottom of the initiative, the 4 coffins on top
Ah, no! I'm already half dead.
open up.
Damn it.
They have 30 feet and 20.
Do they
There.
climb up walls?
No, they take the stairs.
Oh, good.
And each of them is gonna take a swipe at each 4 of you. So against Akira,
Not me. Ha ha ha.
weirdly hits with a 22.
Wow.
Against Quake, that's a 11, so that's not gonna hit.
No.
Against the General, which is no longer stunned because it was the end of the mummy's turn, is also gonna miss with a 10. And against Cork is also gonna miss with a 10.
Oh.
DM, just a question for
Yes?
my ability's sake. If I look at this creature, does it doesn't look like it has blood in its body anymore, right?
No, it
Okay.
does not.
Ah, fuck it.
Alright. Back to the top of the initiative. Zil, you're up.
Okay. I will go whack whack on the big one.
Alright, roll for attacks.
Whack, whack.
16 plus 8. So
That hits.
that hits. Which is 18 slashing damage and 3 lightning damage.
8, so that's 9. And how much lightning?
3.
3, alright.
And 18 plus 8, so that hits. And I'm gonna re-roll the 4 on my damage die because I can. Ah, it's a 5. Feck it. So
It's something.
it's 12 damage and slashing damage and 5 lightning.
Alright.
And do I have something else to do?
Yeah, can somebody help me or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't really.
At the end of the mummy's turn, your stun fades.
Well, he was paralyzed.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
paralyzed also fades.
Okay.
Okay.
God bless.
The contagion he cast on Cork, he has to make saves for that, but the other effects fade at the end of the mummy's turn.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have anything else to do because my mutagen or my Crimson Rite bloated agony only works on creatures that have blood pumping through their veins. So that doesn't work. Okay, then I will wait.
His action.
Ah, it's an action, damn it. Or is it? Wait. I will use my hidden step as a bonus
By the way,
action.
the skeletons didn't make any attacks because they had to dash to get
Gets you. Okay.
Because this circle is difficult terrain.
Uh-huh.
Not that it
Oh.
mattered. Only Akira took a few hit points.
Okay. I will use my hidden step. So as a bonus action, I turn invisible until the start of my next turn.
All right.
Invisible.
Zibu.
Invisible. And I will jump over... Oh, wait. Let me get the thingy out. I will jump over this little wall to hide.
Can you make an acrobatics check for me to see if you don't face plant 10 feet down?
17 plus 1. So 18.
All right. Sure. You manage to like lower yourself down and land safely on
Okay.
the floor below.
Good. And I'm invisible.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to take 2 legendary actions as its body unravels and the bandages turns into sand as he sand tornado.
Oh
Who's
no.
over
It's
there?
Sand Mummy Man, boy. That's
Whoa,
insane.
what?
This guy's a
That's the-
Sandman.
As he like yells something in Celestial you do not understand.
He's a desert man.
Teleports to Hakka. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid.
Quake, you're up.
Wait.
Quake?
Yeah, I know.
Zilmoira, by the way, you ended your turn still in the insect plague.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Yep. Natural 20.
All right, you only take half, and because you're raging, another half.
Woohoo!
So that's 11. So that's 5.
Ah, good. Good. That's okay.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my phase steps to jump over here, outside of the insect plague range.
All
And
right.
because I'm in winter form, right? Yeah. What does winter form do again? Phase step, winter. One creature of your choice you can see within 5 feet of you before you teleport. So that's one of the skeletons that next to me. Must make
Right.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's actually decent. -1, so that's a 16.
Yeah, he succeeds. Okay, never mind.
right.
Well, I still jump away though, and I'll grab my longbow, and I'll try to shoot at the mummy that's standing next to Hakan, the big boy.
All right. Make an attack roll.
So that's no, an 11 that misses.
That misses.
Second attack, 16
16 misses.
misses. God damn. Okay. Shit. Well, I missed twice. That's my turn. Can't do anything else.
Gork, you're up.
Right. I'm not being stunned anymore, right?
Nope, you're completely fine.
Cool. So I'm gonna cast Branding Smite on my glaive,
All right.
and I'm gonna attack skeleton 12.
All right.
First attack. 17.
It's
All right. Ooh, that's good. Oh wait, and 2d6. That's right. That's 16 damage on the first one.
right. Skeleton number 12 erupts as you swing your glaive. Its bones are scattered across the ziggurat, leaving it in pieces. Its skull like bounces to your feet, Quake.
Right. And then I'm gonna. Technically, I'm on the square with one of the tomb, so I'm gonna rush towards the second one. And I'm gonna use my feature. I'm gonna make a. Anyway, 20 feet or more. Doesn't work. Right, no, I'm gonna attack and then use my bonus action to shove him as well.
All right.
That's 23.
It's
Uh,
glaive is slashing damage, right?
yeah,
Okay, just making sure.
magical slashing damage at this point, which is 4 slashing damage.
All right.
And then I'm gonna. He must make a strength saving throw.
Which he fails miserably.
Woohoo!
Right. So I'm gonna yeet him down the stairs, basically, 10 feet.
All right.
Oh no! Did the big guy go to
It's-
Hakan?
It's 10 feet. Yeah, as it lands, like at the bottom of the stairs, it keeps tumbling, and it loses its form as it dies.
Right.
I'm an
Goes-
idiot. I keep forgetting my abilities. I forgot that I had advantage on my attack rolls last turn, and I forgot that I used flurry of blows, so I could have made him prone or like push him back or anything. Ah.
Wow, what kind of a monk are you?
Right, you still have movement, Korg.
Yeah. So I can't move myself
Oh,
on this map apparently, but I'm gonna try and move to the edge of the.
you can,
Fuck so.
with your entire movement, get exactly there.
Oh yeah, get out of there. And then I'm just gonna point at the mummy and basically do a. So that's my turn. Then it's the
Did you kill 2
General's
skeletons? Nice.
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
and he's gonna move here,
Too bad.
and he's also going to attack.
Too bad they're number 11 and number 12.
And he probably misses.
I mean,
Uh,
if
what-
you don't say
what-
the number.
5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah.
I believe the highest AC is the lowest AC in D&D is 6, I believe.
Yeah. So. Oh, and he's gonna use a bonus action. Oh no, wait, that's just a free action, I guess. To use 2d8 and mend himself, basically.
No, that is an action.
Is that an action?
It is.
Oh. Oh, okay, didn't write it down, but. So he's not gonna do that. He's just going to. Move one closer, so. Akira flank skeleton 9.
All right. At the end of the general's turn, he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
14?
Fails. He takes 23 piercing damage. It's like the entire insect plague is just buzzing around, gnawing at its steel.
Wait, what? Oh, he is dead again. Great.
Oh. It's not going good for the automaton.
No,
It's
he's
not going
having
good
problems.
for Cork either, but.
It's not as
Alright.
well as they.
At the end of your turn, the mummy is gonna lose a legendary action and try and punch Hakan in the face.
Can he stop maybe just beating me or whatever? What a dick.
Does a 14 hit you?
No, of course not.
Right. Yes, he reaches with his fist back, and you see there is this very intricate ring on the middle of his finger as he punches forward. You see this necrotic energy coming from his arm
Oh no.
as his fist scamps off your shield.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Um,
Yeah, don't get
Not-
hit by the pimp ring.
The pimp ring. Oh no.
Then it's your turn.
Just smack me.
Bring.
My turn? Oh,
Yes, it
fine.
is.
I can finally do something. I want to shillelagh as a bonus action.
No.
And then I want to. Smack this guy in the face, actually.
All right.
It's just the real mummy man, right?
Yes, this is the big guy.
Yeah, the real mummy man. I'm gonna beat the mummy man in the face with the stick.
Like your grandpa turtle, and he's like towering over you.
Alright, motherfucker, that's a natural 20. I
Woohoo!
use my charge from my staff, by the way.
All right.
That is on a hit. There's a normal quarterstaff, so that's 2d8 Dorinos. That sucks balls, actually. No, it's not that bad, actually. So 3 and a 3.
All right.
So
I need the
it's,
damage separate, by the way.
Yeah. So 3 and a 3 for the quarterstaff.
Right.
That's bludgeoning. That and the
Quarterstaff is
plus
magical
4, so that's
damage to water.
10. That's 10 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And
He's starting to look wounded.
then the necrotic damage is 4d10. Oops, 4d10. So that is 32 necrotic damage.
All right.
And
So
10,
you
no,
cast
10
Shillelagh on your quarterstaff. You smack it across the face. The necrotic energy releasing from the staff as it washes over the creature. And just like some of those fish that are very slimy, that when you see them move, the water actually doesn't touch them. The necrotic energy just flows off it, harming him none.
So he's immune to necrotic.
Yeah, he
He
used
seems
it
to
himself
be-
with his ring, so that's.
He seems to be immune to the necrotic damage.
God damn it, I rolled 32 damage. What the fuck is this? I'm so mad right now. God.
Alright.
I rolled so good. And then no damage. This fight sucks. Damn it.
Kira is up next, and he's gonna take a swing at the skeleton in his face.
With advantage.
The general is unconscious.
Oh, right, yeah, no. Yeah, doesn't work.
Let's see. That is gonna hit. Which is a d6 plus 4. Yeah, he's gonna do it one-handed, otherwise he can't use his shield. 6 plus 5, so that's 11. Skeleton is still standing. Second attack also hits. And that skeleton goes kaputski.
Kwapa!
Nice.
Poof.
And take a step forward. Bonus action. And that's end of current turn, so fighting spirit is a bad idea now. Yeah, he's gonna try. The skeletons aren't really a problem. Can he move out? That's 10, 20. He can not move out of the range of insect plague, so he has to stay in it for a bit. Not leaving melee range just in case, then. Has to make a con save. Which he fails. The 14. Oh, that's a good roll.
Ah! Don't kill a player when he's not here.
I'm trying to not kill him.
I was like, I hope you're trying to not kill him, but not trying to kill him.
Let's see. He has a feature, I believe, to reduce damage. Racial traits, no. I need feats. Heavy armor master. Oh, it's non-magical weapons. Never mind, he takes the full damage. That's 32 damage on him.
Ooh.
Ow.
And it's the mummy's turn. He is going to bonus action. What was the range on that again? I believe it was 60 feet. Yes, it was. All right. Orc.
Mm-hmm.
In your face, you see apparating from in air.
Uh,
A
Akira says in the chat, longsword is a D8/D10 weapon, right?
Yeah, depending on 1 or 2 hands.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
think Nick said D6.
I'm a check.
It's a D8 or a D10. I checked.
Yeah.
If you do
Oh,
two-handed,
yeah,
it's a
I
D10.
was looking at the wrong weapon. I'm sorry. With the D, yeah, it still would have taken him 2 attacks.
Okay.
I kind of lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the spiritual weapon in Cork's face. Hi.
Oh, it's
You
just what I-
see, in the air, apparating in front of you, this very gnarly-looking, twin-bladed dagger that swings at you.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 19.
I cast shield.
With a natural 19 plus 9 is still 28.
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
You said 19, then it would have worked.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
natural 19.
Ah, right. Sorry, didn't hear you quite.
Which is plus wisdom is 8 force damage to you,
Okay.
and it's going to try his action to try and smack Hakan in the face again.
Oh no.
Don't do this.
Go in
My
your
fucking
shield!
God. That's a 14 again.
Yeah, that misses. This
That's
mummy
the
sucks at
necrotic-
smacking
As
me,
the
man.
necrotic energy engulfs its arm again, trying to hit you again, you quickly tuck in your head into your shield, and it scamps off again.
Darn kids.
It's not very useful up close,
Um,
apparently.
Which brings us to the second layer of skeletons popping out of the coffins.
Oh my god.
Great.
So,
I like how there's layers of skeletons. It's just like that's a fucking thing.
these two move to there.
Right.
And 20, 30. This one dashes to Akira's face. This one dashes. The one on top that is still within range tries to hit Akira and fails. And then all 3 skeletons need to make. Then the 2 skeletons against Korg. One of them hits with a 23. The other is an 8, so that misses.
Right.
For 3 whole slashing damage.
Man, alright.
And all 3 of them make Constitution saving throws. What is their bonus to that? That's a +2. So all 3 of them fail.
Good.
10, 11, 17. Yeah, the 3 skeletons around Akira, just the bugs start engulfing them. Like, you know the bees that have like the tactic to engulf a creature and just heat it up until it dies?
Yeah.
That kind of happens, and the skeletons just drop and
Yeah,
scatter
that's
across the
awesome.
floor.
Yeah. All 3 of them?
All 3 of them, yes. That was more than 20 damage to them. So.
Noobs.
Let's see. That brings us back to the top to Silmora.
Okay. I will, let me see, because this is still difficult terrain. 1, 2, 3. Can I jump over again?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
With an acrobatics check.
Yep. 16.
You're fine.
Okay. And I will whack this skeleton.
Roll for attack.
Natural 20!
Definitely hits.
And I have a 9 on my damage die, but I'm gonna re-roll it just for funsies. Okay, still, the 9 was higher, so I'm gonna keep the 9. So that's 18 slashing damage and 8 lightning damage.
The skeleton erupts into tiny shattered pieces and dies.
Okay. Can I reach the other skeleton? Because it was difficult terrain.
It's 10, 20.
25. No, that is the end of your movement where you currently are.
Okay. The end of my movement. Okay.
Yes.
That sucks.
You have a bonus action.
Yeah. Can I, for my bonus action? No, never mind. I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna, because I see that Cork is a bit in trouble because he took some heavy hits. I will stay with him.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Okay, that's my turn.
Right. Let's see. Seeing everyone move out of the insect plague, he's gonna drop concentration on that.
Woohoo!
And then Quake, you're up. You see, like, all the bugs just randomly drop dead to the ground, filling the entire top of the ziggurat with dead bugs.
Like the entire ziggurat becomes like the windowsill.
5, 10, 15, 5, 30, 35, 40. I should be able to make it straight to the mummy with my 45 movement speed.
Are you sure you want to do that?
5, 10,
Yes.
5, 30,
Because I'm
35.
gonna.
It is possible, but you're making 3 drops, and I need an acrobatics check for each one.
If
So
I'm.
for the first one,
Okay. First one is 16.
as a success, you can move down that one.
Okay, so that's over here. Second,
That's 10 feet.
that's a 23.
That's also a success.
Over here. Last one for another 23. Okay.
All right.
Benny,
You-
hop!
You go hardcore parkour, down, down, down. Not a problem. Straight to the mummy.
Let's pop up. Oh no.
Attacks.
First attack misses. It's a 10. Second attack is a 20
20 hits.
for 9 damage.
All right.
Spend a key point for flurry of blows. So
ahead.
that's first attack 17.
17 misses.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Last attack for a 25. That hits.
25 hits.
For 11 damage and
Flurry of blows! Flurry of blows!
can
He just did flurry of blows.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
More
he
flurry,
make
more blows.
a dex save.
That's a 9.
He falls prone.
Alright.
How
yeah.
impossible.
He is prone on the ground. Yellow is not very visible. I'm gonna use green for prone.
Haha.
God damn it.
Right.
Alright, that's my turn.
It's at the end of your turn. Gonna use a legendary action. Yeah, it's gonna use its whirlwind again. Basically, getting up and moving 60 feet.
Fuck.
Right, he can, with a legendary action, he can get up.
Oh, of course.
He goes
Total
like,
sense.
hello.
Fuck you.
Which brings us to Cork.
Oh, he doesn't do. Oh, okay, that's good. He doesn't do
No,
anything.
just
extra.
movement.
Okay.
It's a legendary action. It's just movement.
Oh, okay.
Like his body erupts in sand and bandages in a whirlwind of sand, he moves up the ziggurat. towards you.
Does he have anything metal on him?
Heat metal.
The ring on his finger. And the chainmail that he is wearing.
Ooh, right.
Right. So, what I want to do, I'm gonna cast heat metal on his chainmail.
Alright.
Wait, I had the spell here, but I don't think he can even make a save, right? If he's wearing it.
Nope.
Let me quickly check heat metal, but I think you're right.
If you have a weapon, they can drop the weapon. If you're wearing it, you can't.
Succeed on a con save, throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, is at disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. Physical. Any creature in physical contact just takes the damage. There's no save.
Yeah.
You can use bonus action on subsequent turns to do the damage again.
Right.
Light 'em up, light 'em up.
It's 11 fire damage.
Alright. You see some of its bandages starts to singe really badly, and the fire damage seems to be doing more than you thought it would.
Ooh,
Cool.
that's good.
And I can't really move out of the way with two foes standing next to me.
Spiritual weapons. As a caster yourself, spiritual weapons can't take attacks of opportunity.
Ooh.
So it's just Skelly Boy that is in melee with you.
I wouldn't risk it. With 1 HP?
Yeah, I only have one.
Wait, you're at 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Lamau. That's great.
Yeah, that was some information that we got in our private team chat.
Oh boy.
You stunlocked me for like 2 rounds. So yeah. You know what? I think this is gonna be very cool if it succeeds. So
Do it.
yeah, I'm gonna move away. I can't, like, I physically can't move myself away, but I'm gonna move back up
Do
to
you have
Sigil.
your...
On the right,
tool?
do you have the
Right there.
hand selected?
the move?
Yeah.
Then you should be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm able to move the general, but I'm not able to move myself.
Oh,
Weird.
weird.
Click and drag.
Alright.
I
The
can move
skeleton takes an attack of opportunity.
Right.
I can move everyone, so...
That's a 20 to hit, not natural.
I'm gonna cast shield on myself.
Which brings your AC to?
No, wait. 20. No!
And it still
But it
hits.
still hits.
Oh no!
It's okay.
You take 5 slashing damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Everyone
And
has
you-
healing potions. It's fine.
Unconscious to the ground.
Kinda sucks for my... God dang it. So my heat metal is basically useless.
Well, you took
I mean,
damage from it.
It did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, sure, I dealt damage 1 turn.
And it doubled.
Fair.
Right.
Oh, the general's still...
Down.
He's down.
Could I... Technically, could I move the general and... No, wait.
No,
that's
because the
not how-
general's down as well.
Oh, yeah, crap. Yeah, that's right.
Quickly check. You automatically fail all saves when you're unconscious.
Think so.
Quickly check. Can you make,
think so.
because this is a third turn, can you make a con save for last turn? I forgot about that.
2. So...
Alright, so that's the second failure on contagion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
A
no.
conscious creature can't speak, move, or speak. Drops whatever it's holding. Automatically fails strength and dex. No, you can still make the con save.
Oh, alright.
So while you're unconscious on the ground, at the end of your turn, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
This is so bad. Can
It's
I help him and give him advantage?
No,
What did you roll,
unfortunately.
Cork?
Fuck.
What's the result of your check, Corcuson?
Oh, I thought I
Yeah,
I
for
wouldn't tell
last
the group.
turn, but for this turn.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you.
What was your result of the Constitution saving throw? It's not a Death saving throw. It's
Oh, oh, right.
Death saving throw is at the start of your turn. This is the
Oh, yeah,
end of
no,
your
no,
turn.
that's right.
This is
Yeah.
for the Constitution saving throw
Sorry.
against contagion.
Wait, just yeah, 10.
Oh.
Right. That's a third failure, meaning that the contagion takes hold on your body,
Mm-hmm.
and the effect of the disease, which in your case was filth fever, lasts for the next 7 days.
Oh, great. Well, I mean, I might not be around for 7 days, so.
So that still means disadvantage on strength checks,
Oh.
strength saving throws, and attack rolls that use strength.
Cool. I don't use strength for my attack rolls though, so. No biggie.
Kira is up next.
He's far away.
He is.
5, 10, 15, 20.
I mean, he can.
How much movement speed does he have?
Six.
He has 30. He can get to
Ah.
Cork.
Does
can
he
get
have a
to
healing
Cork.
potion?
5,
I
10,
am
15.
checking his inventory right now if he does.
Rowie, do you have a healing potion?
Wait, he can make it to there? Wait, what? 5, 10, 15, 20.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You can make it on a diagonal to Cork.
He
There.
can dare.
Yeah.
But that's in a diagonal to Cork, so he could give him a health potion if needed.
Where do I find... Oh wait,
Inventory.
this is why I made a handy player stat thingy. Akira has no health potion on him. No wait, you distributed a couple of health potions when you got from Dimitrov.
Yep.
Akira does have a health potion. So he's gonna force feed Cork a health potion.
Good.
For 5 total hit points.
Hey,
Wow!
better than nothing.
Better than nothing. So Cork comes back to consciousness.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of everything that he can do because he can't move up to the skeleton to try and hit it. So the mummy is gonna take a legendary action and
Fuck.
swing at Silmoira.
Of course he does.
Oh my god, why can't he hit with this fucking attack? That's a 13.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Alright. And it's its turn.
Oh, crap.
Let's see. He's gonna bonus action swing with the spiritual weapon at Cork.
Oh,
Great.
no.
Alright.
That's a 26 to hit.
Yep. Cork is going back into the ground, I guess.
Taking 9 force damage.
Yep, I'm down again.
Oh my god. No.
Akira goes like, no.
Like, what? Really?
And then with his action, is it touch or a range spell? Silmoira,
Yes.
can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Sure. 18.
That is a success.
Ooh, that sounded like you didn't know for sure if that was enough or
I
not.
was not for sure.
Ooh.
Boy.
Which means you only take half.
Uh-huh.
Let me get some dice.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I hope that I stay up. I hope that I stay up.
Right.
HP do you have?
Half as much on a successful save.
Mm-hmm.
Your hit point maximum is not reduced
Oh,
because
good.
you made the save, but it points its hand toward you, mutters something in Celestial,
Oh no.
and
That's a
like,
lot of dice.
Yeah, I hate
It's-
all the dice.
That's not good. I don't like this.
your body starts kind of bloating in the same way that you've done to other people.
Disgusting.
Veins underneath your skin starts popping as he is currently casting harm on.
Oh no.
Arm, oh crap. That does so much damage.
Nick is counting.
How much HP do you have?
24.
Right. It's 48 damage, necrotic damage. Half
48?
That's
Yes.
exactly
That's
24.
exactly.
the 24.
That's exactly the hit points.
But you drop to 1.
What?
Because the damage of harm can't reduce the target hit points below 1.
Ooh!
You go to 1 hit.
You got
Oh,
off the
so
technicality,
even if I
pal.
would have gotten the 48,
You would have been fine, but your maximum hit points would have been reduced by 48.
oh, then I would be dead because my maximum hit point is 47.
Then you would have been dead. And you just made the save.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So that's the mummy's turn.
Yep.
Third wave of skeletons breaks free.
Oh no!
Oh my god, dude, really?
Thank God they need to walk a little further, so they
Yeah,
can't get to us this
10,
turn.
20, 30. These two dash towards here.
Okay.
They dash, okay.
10, 30, and 20, 30. And these two get to the top of the ziggurat. Over there. So Moira,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna double whack the mummy.
All right, you go.
Come on, come on. How do we want to do this? Come on!
13 plus 8. That hits, I think.
That's a 21 that hits, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna reroll a 2 because that's not enough damage. Okay, that's 6. It's 11. No. 13 slashing damage and 2 lightning damage.
All right.
Second hit. 18 plus 8, so that hits. That
Yep.
is 17 slashing damage and another 2 lightning damage.
Alrighty then.
And I doubt that this motherfucker is dead.
He's starting to look hurt.
Yeah.
He did 2 rounds ago!
Yep.
God damn it!
This guy's a mummy. He always looks dead.
Okay.
What is this?
His form starts unraveling slightly.
Okay. As I go down, or like as I think that I'm gonna go down, because I don't feel that right, I will take my healing potion out of my pack, and I'll
Yes.
hold it. So if something
Alright.
happens to me, then someone can take it.
Right. At the end of your turn, the necrotic energy that is still lingering in you from the harm,
Yep.
the Mummy Lord is using 2 of its legendary actions to channel that negative energy.
Oh, sure.
Until the end of its next turn, you can't regain hit points.
Ah!
Oh, that's evil.
Fucker.
Blake, you're up.
I'm up, okay. Shit, I want to help Zilmoira, but there are 2 skeletons in front of us.
Deal with whatever is more important at the moment. I
Yeah,
can
but
be.
Cork is already down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're
again.
almost down.
Yep.
Oh,
It's okay.
I'm at least not paralyzed anymore.
How much hit points do you have, Akan?
Uh, 40,
I
40.
think Arcana is still fine.
I'm like 48, I think.
I'm
Let me
gonna
see.
use my second step. My second phase step, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, I'm at 48 right now.
Yeah, I'll
46, never
wait,
mind.
I'll
It's a
go
6, not an 8.
over here. Bonus action phase step over here,
Right.
and I'll hit that
Easy.
skeleton in front of me.
Skeleton you just teleported away from needs to make a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
That's a failure.
So he's frightened of me.
All right. As long as it can see you, it has disadvantage on attack.
Yeah, it's until my next turn or something.
Yeah, it
So
is.
it's for 1 round, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the. That's a 20. That hits.
That hits.
For 10 damage.
Bludgeoning, right?
Yes,
Using
magical
fists.
bludgeoning.
All right. The skeleton, you punch your fist through its skull, and the rest of the body drops to the ground, scattering its body.
Oh, okay, that was easy.
Skeletons aren't that great against bludgeoning damage.
They turn to dust.
Can I only used one attack. I can't use the other attack that I should have to
Oh,
feed
what?
Gork a healing potion, can I?
No, unfortunately.
Don't even try to heal me. I'm probably going to die again.
That's a dire mentality. That's a dire's mentality.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, we're in dire straits right now.
Can I use my
Got this, it's fine.
Okay, I've got a whole set of actions that I want to do. Can I move towards Zilmoira and the mummy, but on my way past Akira, give him a healing potion? And then use my second attack on the mummy?
Sure. I'll allow it.
Okay. So I'll move past Akira, give him a healing potion. I have 45 movement, so I can get behind him to get advantage. Okay, remove one of my healing potions from my inventory. I'll give him the one out of the satchel that we found. The one where we're together with the frost
Where we're not
potion.
sure if it's a healing potion.
Well, one of them was.
No,
but
we're not sure.
I'm not...
It looked like another potion you
Looked
had,
like a healing potion.
but you're not sure.
You're not sure. You didn't identify.
Then I'll give him the potion that I'm sure is a healing one that I
Yeah.
had myself.
Right.
Okay. Just in case. Okay. Second attack on the mummy.
No, he's just out of
Nope.
case.
That misses. God damn it. Oh wait, I have advantage. Nope, still misses. God damn it. Shit! Well,
Alright, that was your second attack.
yep, that's my turn, because I used my bonus action already to teleport.
Alright. At the end of your turn, gonna use a legendary action and try and punch Zilmoira.
What?
Does a 14 hit you?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Why can't he hit on this fucking attack?
I know. Screw this guy, anyways.
It's Cork. You make a death saving throw.
Feel dead. Yeah, alright. Cool. I'll message you the results.
Ah! Oh no! This is a disaster.
Right. Good to know.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good to know, really.
Hakan, you're up.
Oh boy. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Wait a second. How far is everybody? Quirk is 60 feet from me, right? Within.
10, 20, 30. Cork is within 60 feet, yes.
Is summoning my spirit a bonus action. 5th edition.
Wildfire Elemental?
Yeah, is it a? You cannot do 2 bonus actions, right?
Nope.
No, you cannot.
Summon. Second, you can use it as an action. All right, that's good. That's good.
As an action, you can expend one use of your wild shape feature to summon your wildfire spirit rather than assuming a beast form.
Nice.
Okay, to get extra healing, whenever you cast a spell that does fire damage or restores hit points to while your wildfire spirit is summoned, so he does not need to be in range. I summoned the spirit. behind the two skeletons. So like
Alright.
floating above them, 10 feet.
I'm using that for that.
Yeah, I want to float. I want to float this 10 feet above them.
The spirits and fate.
Yeah. So they have to make a dex saving throw.
Both of them?
Yes.
What is their bonus again?
Against my spell DC. So that's against the 15.
That's an 18 and a 12.
Okay, okay, so the one that saves does not take any damage, and the other one takes 2d6 fire. So I roll the 2d6, which is a 5 and a 6, so that's 11.
Alright, skeleton looks pretty hurt.
Okay, and then I cast Healing Word on Corcusin.
Alright.
That's a 4. Wait, there's more. That's a 4 plus 4, so that's 8. And then also because I am level 6, I have to roll a d8, and I also get that bonus. So that is a 5. So that is Cork heals 13.
Nice. Alright. Cork.
Healing Word.
Again,
That's actually really good. That's actually really good for Healing Word.
At 13 hit points.
Right. I live. I die. I live again.
I live. I die. I live again.
I die again. I live again. What?
Yeah, probably gonna die real soon, but that's alright.
Right. Akira, with the potion in hand, is gonna attempt to let Cork not die and go and take on these two skeletons. Because they are moving up. So that's one attack against the above one. That's a hit. Let me see, what was his bonus again? +5, so doesn't die. That's another hit. The above one dies. Akira just rushes up, jumps over the coffin. Oh, not deleting Akira. Should delete the skeleton. Oh boy. Akira just instantly vanishes.
No!
And takes his action surge and tries to take out the other skeleton. That's a hit. Skeleton PAC. And the other skeleton also scatters into pieces. So Akira just jumps over the coffin, takes a couple of wild slashes before hitting the ground, evaporating both skeletons. Right. Ending his turn. Mummy.
Don't you fucking dare. Nick,
Is
don't you fucking. Don't dare.
bonus action. Swing with spiritual weapon.
Oh.
Ah!
A natural
no.
1.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh!
picture or I don't believe you. You're fudging rolls. No.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Fudging rolls
For some reason, this die has betraying me the entire night. It hasn't rolled higher than a 5.
Good.
It's blessed.
We
I
like that
blessed it.
die.
I blessed it.
Alright,
Yep.
so as an action,
Don't teleport again, please.
That's
that's legendary.
that's legendary.
Teleports behind you, don't take it personal, kid.
Quake, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh, fuck.
Wisdom save. Oh boy.
Yes.
I got.
Is
12.
it 12? That's a failure, but not by 5 or more. So you're simply just frightened until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
And then
What
it's
does that-
gonna. What it means, as long as you can see the creature, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls, and you can't move willingly towards it.
But he's already standing next
Well,
to it,
yeah.
so.
It's also gonna try and hit Moira in the face.
Oh, sure.
Damn it!
Ha! Yes!
Yeah, that's good.
Attack is so cool, and I have not been able to hit with it the entire night.
Who fights a fight and runs away will live to fight another day.
They're up, and they're both gonna take strikes at Hakan.
What are you gonna do? Hit me? Don't,
What are they gonna do?
A
Hit me?
9 and a 19.
yeah, that 19 actually hits. What the fuck is this? Who does
That's
this?
4 slashing damage.
Okay, I can take that. I got a 42. I can take that. Okay, my computer actually. My browser is lagging. I might have to restart. I can actually not do anything in my browser anymore.
Oh no. It's no good.
Maybe
Oh, boy.
reload, refresh.
I have to restart my PC, but I'll wait. When's my turn? How many rounds?
1, 2, 3, 3 rounds.
Yeah, I can restart within that time. It's fine.
Alright. After the skeletons, this guy is getting frustrated. And is gonna use a
Good.
legendary action to try
Fuck.
and hit Moira.
Fuck.
24 to hit.
Oh yeah, no, that hits. I think I'm dead. Depends on how high his damage roll is. That I could be dead, but
You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
wow, that's halved. But still, I
You're
die.
unconscious. This is in addition.
So it's one hit, right? It's not
This
multiple.
is one hit.
Okay, so
This is one hit. So that's 5, 8. Yeah, that's not enough to get you into dead range.
okay,
Oh, thank you.
But you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
okay. 19.
Succeed.
Nice.
So the mummy rot trying to infest your body does not take.
Oh, that's not good.
Which brings us to your turn. Make a death saving throw.
Yep. Which die? This one.
The one that doesn't murder you, please.
I'm not gonna say again. I'm gonna text it to DM.
Yeah. It's way more interesting, right?
I know.
All right. Quake. Unless it's a natural 20, then you can announce it because you
Yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
back
Then
at one hit
I
point.
know.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart my computer real quick.
Okay.
You're almost up though. It's Quake, and then oh no, Cork is still alive, so he can have a turn after this.
I mean, I have a straight roll now, right? Even though I'm frightened, because I'm.
Yes. No, because Silmoira's down.
Oh,
So it doesn't matter how many advantages and disadvantages you have. If it's like 12 and 25, it's straight roll.
yeah, I didn't know she was down
But
though.
you
So
don't have advantage.
I just
so
rolled
it's
a death
different.
save.
I was putting stuff in the bag of holding. I was like
Ah,
hiding stuff, so I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I'll just start punching the mummy. Hope I'll get him. Okay, with disadvantage. So the first attack is nope, that misses. Second attack 23. Oh, the other one was a natural 20. Ah, but
Oh.
23 that hits
3 hits.
for 11 damage.
Right.
Flurry of blows. Should
Oh.
keep hitting him. Again. Nope, that misses. And again a natural 20. Oh my god! Stupid disadvantage. No! Come on, last one. 21, that hits.
Hits.
For 9 damage. And can he make a
Alright, back.
dex save again?
That was
You
great.
would do that. If not at the point that you smack him in the face, he falls to the ground. The finishing blow.
Who died? The mummy?
Mummy
Yes.
just went down, and as it does, the 2 skeletons as well just drop to the ground.
Yay!
And a weapon, right?
And spiritual.
Is there
weapon.
still
So,
is there still a thing?
how
Is
do
there
you
still
want?
a thing?
How do you want to finish him?
Can I just like punch straight through his stomach and just rip out his spine?
Hell yeah. Mortal Kombat.
Definitely. You punch with the power of your magical fists. You punch through its stomach, get a grip on its spine, and you just rip it free as the skull just gets pulled into the body, and you have the spine of whatever the fuck mummy guy this is in your hand,
There we go.
with a still beating heart in its chest.
Wow.
Damn.
I want to use my turn.
Weirdly
Um,
enough, no blood squirting out of it, but there is a beating heart in it.
Ew.
I want to waste no time and healing word to Zalmora.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was about to cast Spare the Dying, but that also works.
Wait, now
I mean, it was my turn after this, so.
Oh yeah, no, fair.
the beating heart. Is the heart also like without blood?
Yes.
Zalmora, you gain
Shrivel up.
11.
Yes.
Shriveled up, pumping piece of
It's a
flesh.
shriveled up, pumping piece of flesh.
Huh. Nasty.
Oh yeah, my spirit's also a turtle actually. My fire spirit.
Cool. So it's a burning turtle.
Yes,
A flying
Yes.
turtle.
It's a
a
flying,
burning
turtle.
burning flying turtle spirit.
That's pretty metal.
Nice.
No, it's fire.
Shut up.
He also looks a bit like a younger version of me, of Hakan.
All right.
Huh.
So, with the rest of the mummy like scattered across the ground, spine with still beating heart lying somewhere.
Can
Most
I
of
can I
you
like step
looking-
on the heart?
Pretty rough. Make an attack roll.
7 + 8.
All right. That hits.
Okay. And I'll crush it.
All right. As you step on it, your feet seems to slip off it, dealing it no harm.
What?
I cast Great Bonfire on
So
it.
so far, you've seen that it has not been taking damage from any physical attacks, just magical effect.
So
Ah.
kind of like wobbles up to it, and he casts Great Bonfire on it.
As you cast Create Bonfire on it, roll your damage.
3.
Right. You create a bonfire. The heart starts making a squealing sound, like a very high-pitched squealing sound. The remains of the mummy, like the spine and the limbs, start contorting, writhing in pain, as a final screech comes from the heart as it slacks, and the rest of the remains of the mummy slack as well.
Oh well, that's good that we did that.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
spit on him. Fuck this
Grabs
guy.
your ankle and kills you. No, it doesn't.
I put my healing potion back in my bag. Didn't end up need it, but whew.
Yeah, I'll
You
ask
didn't.
Akira for my potion back as well.
He gives it back.
Cork has been dying and living like 3 or 4 times.
I mean,
Edge.
had I been paralyzed for longer, we would have absolutely lost that fight, 100%.
Oh yeah.
All of you've rolled some fantastic saves this
I've
time.
also rolled some complete garbage.
Yep.
Also true.
Yeah, I rolled
The
really
fucking
well on my-
one, seriously.
I rolled really well on my con saves, even though I have no proficiency and only a +4.
Yeah.
I rolled
Plus
so
4 is
well.
pretty decent.
Con
I mean, I
save,
rolled well.
only a +4. I have a +1 on my con save.
I rolled well every time it didn't
I mean,
matter. Every time it mattered, I rolled like fucking garbage.
To be fair, I
Right.
have a cloak of protection and a ring of protection, so I have a
Yeah.
+2 from magic items on it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the remains no longer moving, what do you guys wish to do?
I want to look in his tomb.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Right.
I have something else to do though. I want to check that scroll that I picked up earlier. I
Oh,
want to check what it is.
yeah. What is it? What's the scroll about again?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm.
Scroll, as you open it up, is a very detailed map of the Red Sea with maybe over 25 ruins marked on it.
Oh yeah, bitches. Let's go
Scattered.
fucking tomb raiding.
Oh.
all across the Red Sea, with like little markings beside it, with things like temple, market, um, temple, high office building, library, just things, locations you would find in a normal city as well, scattered in ruins across the Red Sea.
Would that be a good bargaining chip for
Whatever.
the
Yeah.
scorpion dude?
Yeah.
Because I found this on the skeleton, so that dude has been here for a while.
Yeah. Put it in the
Might-
bag of holding. That'd be.
They
a
might
good...
all be raided though, but we don't know.
Eh. Hey, they don't know that.
Fair.
They know which places they've raided, so they would know which places they should go to or not.
Also true.
But what's in the tomb?
In the tomb itself, you find a very old, rusted cloak, which, as you pick it up and the dust falls off, looks very pristine in condition.
Ooh.
It has a very faint, grainy scent texture to it.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay. Can if I like, I want to see if
And,
this is of
there is,
arcane
like,
nature.
A very small bed of coin that the thing was lying on.
Hmm.
Okay.
And it's like 2 or 3 coins thick.
Okay.
There are 50 platinum pieces in the coffin as well.
Okay.
Wow.
Um,
Alright.
Do I get the sense of the cloak that it is magical?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, actually.
So there's a cloak and a bed of platinum coins.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is
50
a
platinum.
15.
50, so it's 200 platinum
With a
total.
15, would be. You're not sure.
Right. So
Try to tear it.
Okay.
no.
You try to tear it. It does not tear.
Yeah,
Magical.
it's magical.
Yeah, I'll cast detect magic as a ritual.
Yeah.
Right.
I will move back to the cameras for now because the
Camera. Oh yeah, the cameras. Thought that was
Right.
like in character. Like wait, what?
what camera?
Besides the obvious items that you have on you that are magical, including the 2 potions that you found earlier, the cloak is indeed magical
Ooh.
and gives a transmutation school of magic.
Ooh.
Okay.
And you see emanating from the body, like, when something emanates a magical aura when you cast detect magic, depending on how faint or how strong it is, it gives off a radiating energy. That ring is almost blinding,
Ooh.
but in a sense, you get a feeling that it is not as strong as it should.
Interesting.
And
What-
as you look closer at the ring, it is still thrumming with energy, and it is like, you know those rings that like cover your entire finger? It is shaped into a raven's skull with like a few very short chain links that wrap across the hand in a bracelet across the wrist.
Ooh. And that was necrotic, right? Because he used it to do something necrotic earlier.
The necrotic came from himself,
Oh,
not
okay.
from the ring.
Ooh, what school is it?
Can I
in?
tell? Can I tell what the ring does? What magical effect it has?
You'd have to identify it for that, or attune to it.
No, but I mean I cast identify.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought you said
Detect magic.
detect
Oh,
magic
sorry,
as a
no.
ritual.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, no, detect magic. You're right.
so you
No,
only
I
know the
wouldn't know.
school.
Yeah, no, that's right. I guess I'll.
It seems to be a mixture But abjuration comes forth as first.
Right. So I'll take the bracelet ring thing. You can have the cloak if you want.
Sure.
Someone.
Well, we're probably gonna have to give it to
Nope.
Dimitri.
I'm not good. He doesn't know that this guy in here isn't here, right? So we don't have to.
Well, The same was with the gold. and
Yeah,
we still.
and
Yeah, well, he's gonna ask with the
what-
zone of truth.
And one of his group is in here. One of his
Is what?
groups.
He's probably gonna want the magic items more than the money.
Yep.
So
Yeah, but we
I'll
have.
bet
the
you
right-
that you have to gonna give that cloak and ring away.
No, but we only needed to pay like 800 gold pieces.
No.
No,
I
we're on a
needed
mission
to pay
for
that
him.
debt. He gets everything, and he decides what percentage of it we get.
We're on a mission for him.
So
We're not doing
everything
this on our
we
own.
get is for him.
Yeah, but
But I
That's
do
bullshit.
think that bag of holding might be something to hold on to.
Yes, definitely.
I'm not gonna give this ring to him either.
I mean, we can give him, depending on what it has. I mean, we have the scarabs and we have the potions and all the gold. There's plenty to give him, and the head.
Yes, yes. I think we should give him the gold at least, and some of the potions maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, could I
Um,
tell what the potions do with detect magic?
With
you find the
detect
school, right?
magic, let's see.
Or at least that's like
Don't you have identify?
Yeah, we could identify it, but it'll take like longer.
Identify
Yeah.
ritual is like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
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 I can do it.
Or an hour without a spell slot. Was that it?
Yeah.
Uh,
No wait, no.
Any
10 minutes
idea
without
how much those
spell slot?
rubies were worth? The
or-
snake eyes?
The snake eyes rubies are worth 200 gold pieces each.
Are those magical?
They are not.
Oh, so the fire came from somewhere else.
Yeah. I also take to my. No wait. That would be-
Identify has a casting time of 1 minute.
Yeah,
Right.
but you could do it as a ritual in 10, I believe.
Yeah. And you can do it as well, right, Phil?
No.
Identify. Oh, wait, just me?
Still can detect
Yeah,
magic.
I also
detect
cannot do it.
Yeah, I can detect
Oh,
magic.
I can. Right, I can identify. You can. Right, yeah.
I cannot identify.
I mean,
so.
I can like attune to it and then see what it does, but
Fair. I mean, I would say it's pretty useful to know what the items do, right?
yeah, but the cloak does transmutation, so maybe it makes you like look like something else.
Or the cloak changes you into something. I don't know.
Right. So I'll spend 10 minutes and cast identify as a ritual.
Wait, a cloak
Right.
of protection. What school is that?
Abjuration, I think.
Abjuration.
Yeah, abjuration is
Oh.
protection.
Okay.
Right, so which item are you identifying? You have the 2 potions,
Mm-hmm.
the ring, and the cloak.
I mean, all of
Um,
them. Then we take a
And
short
if you're
rest.
if you're gonna take all of them, that's 4 times 10 minutes.
I mean, we can take 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You
I
want
mean-
to
We
do
could
that
at least
here
take
or
a
up
short
top?
rest.
Shall we do it up top?
Yeah, let's actually.
Yeah.
Let's move
Um,
back up.
we don't
Before
find
before we
another-
move out of here, can I check the other sarcophagus with the normal skeletons in them?
Oh
If
yeah.
there's anything in
Sure. Make an investigation check.
them? Investigation. Ugh, 12.
Hmm.
Among the other coffins, with a 12, you still find some gold. You find an extra 75 gold pieces.
Oh.
Alright.
Golds. Okay.
Right, you move back up the stairs, getting your cardio back in, making yourself up to the top as you pass through the wall with the throne. The 2 snakes, like the bonfires underneath them, after a while die out. They slither back in place, the wall closes again, throne moves back, sealing the ziggurat beneath the ground.
Okay.
That's probably for the best, right?
You move out of the temple area, back
What
to
time
the
is it?
sands up top, where you left your carts and your camels, which are completely fine.
Woohoo.
Oh, thank God.
And
For once.
they are completely fine.
Okay.
And you start identifying the items, and the rest of you
Yes.
taking a short rest.
Shall we put the coin and the stuff that we want to bring to the guy into the carts, like in like bags and stuff,
Yeah.
just so that we don't have to get it out when we get there. Like we actually haul it the way that we're supposed to haul it,
That's logical.
and then hide the bag.
Yeah.
I'll keep the bag of holding on me, and then we'll just put the. We can take one of the chests out of the temple and put in the gold in there.
Well, that wouldn't fit because it was four full chests. But there was the cargo. There was a cargo area where there's like crates and stuff. We can empty with the dead fruit. We can take
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I also brought the general with me, by the way.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I figured as much. Alright, as the rest of you start taking a short rest, the 4 items you have. So the 2 potions is a greater potion of healing,
Ooh,
Need a potion of healing. Okay.
nice.
and a potion of frost giant strength.
Oh.
Ooh.
The cloak you found is a cloak of sand form.
Oh, cool. Can I have it?
I'll send a description later,
Mhm.
but what it basically does as an action, you can take on the form, like you've seen the sand defilers and the mummy do. You can take on a sand form and basically get a free disengage out of that, and a 30 feet movement, being able to move through narrow spaces as if you're in a gaseous form.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright. I would fucking love that, because then I can heal whenever it's helpful.
Yeah, that
I
I
can
think
just
that's a good idea for the healer to have.
Yeah, definitely.
The ring you have, as it also reveals whatever kind of significance an item has, is the ring of Murmendal. Can you make a history or religion check for him?
Here.
What was the cloak called again?
Cloak of sand form.
gimme.
Can I help him with that? Because I'm decent with history.
Sure.
If he tells me what it is.
We appreciate it.
And we found a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of money.
21.
All right. So, Murmendal is the owner, or was the owner, as
that-
now his no longer beating heart rests on the top of a sarcophagus burned to a crisp.
Yay!
The ring you have in your hand is a ancient artifact bestowed upon Murmendal by the stranger himself.
Hmm.
It is
Damn.
the ring of the champion of the stranger.
Whew!
At its current level, as it seems its magical capabilities are inert, it grants you a resistance against poison and acid damage, and allows you to cast the poison spray cantrip at will.
Wow. I mean,
So
if you're
resist-
not gonna give this one to
And
Dimitrov,
it requires attunement by a character with a chaotic alignment.
I can attune. I'm Kildek.
Same.
I mean, I do think Cork would probably give this to the person that killed him. Right?
The person that killed him. What?
Yeah, the person that killed the mummy.
Oh.
Ah.
I was
thought
like,
that killed
Cork is
Cork.
gonna
like,
What?
wait,
You're gonna
who
give it
killed
back to
you?
the mummy?
No, because he's like the new, like, champion, I guess, since he killed the old one.
Fair. So that means Akira.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, that means me.
That means
Oh,
Oh, yeah, no,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
Quake.
you're right.
So I keep jumbling names. It's I meant you.
Wait, are you chaotic, by the way?
Yes, I'm chaotic
Oh, yeah.
good.
Same.
I mean, it does seem fitting, right? As much as Korg probably wants it for himself.
Are you chaotic alignment though?
Probably.
I think everyone in this party is. No, Akira, I believe, was like lawful good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not even sure about Korg, but
At this
Chaos is
point,
just
no one
chaos.
is sure.
Yeah.
Cork is- Right. But with the items attuned, and you're all taking a rest in the desert sands, preparing yourself for your trip back to the city, we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Alright.
Wow.
Dude.
Wow.
Boy, alright. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone for playing. I had a blast. And, you know, if you're
Yeah.
on YouTube, make sure to do all the YouTube stuff. And make sure to follow us here on Twitch as well. We're still going for affiliate. We are at 44 followers. We are almost there.
So close.
So close. So I want to thank you all for watching. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yay.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
We did it.